This episode of Your Mom's House is brought to you by Sattva Luxury Mattress, the only online mattress company that provides free delivery, setup, and mattress removal.
Welcome to Your Mom's House with Tom Segura, and
Christina Pajitsi.
welcome to Your Mom's House.
This is Lifted, produced by Somatics. Yeah.
Kiss my pussy. Kiss it.
I just threw that in there. I just want to let you know that they didn't put that in there. Really big things coming up. I have a huge thing coming.
Boner?
A huge boner coming next month or so. I can't even get into the... look, it's the biggest thing I've ever done.
What?
Yeah. But you have to go to my tour page.
Oh, my God.
Sign up for the mailing list because I won't be announcing it. I'll only be doing it via mail at first, and then later on you can hear about it. But there'll be a special thing. Just letting you know, there's a prompt when you go to the tour page and you put in your email address. Just letting you know. Gene, that added show at Breast Balls Beach is almost gone. So if you didn't get a chance to get tickets to Friday or Saturday, I'm doing one Sunday, August 26th in Breast Balls Beach at the Improv there. The second show in Montclair, the one I added on Wednesday, November 14th, is more than half gone, so it's not going to be around much longer. The third show in Philadelphia that was added is also coming up at about half capacity, and that is November. I believe the 17th, I think. 17th. So you want to get them now, tomsegura.com/tour. There's a couple other cities that still have some tickets left. Not Fartgo, but Fresno has some tickets left. Bakersfield, very few tickets left in the second show in Eugene, and I think Boise Seed, Idaho, Ball, Sacramento. They're all at tomsegura.com/tour. Gene,
November 24th, I'm in Mandiego, California at the House of Brews. And then December 7th in Philadelphia. Come see me there. And then the 8th, I added a 10:30 show in Judork Titties at the Gramercy Theater. First show is gone. It's sold out. So get your tickets if you live in any of those places.
There you go.
Christina P. online.
There you go, Gene.
Online.
Gene, there's a lot of fun stuff to cover.
We have so many things.
We have a great guest coming as well.
OMGs. OMGs.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Get it? Did you see what I did there?
I did, OMGs.
And I don't know if you noticed, but I'm wearing the exact same jacket that's in this promo picture.
Oh, yeah. I could have been wearing the same shirt, almost. Okay, you ready to do it?
I am.
Let's party. Here we go. Make sure. Yep, we're all set. Here we go. Here you go.
Oh my God. So the bear walks into a restaurant and says, "I like a grilled."
Like what?
A grilled cheese. Okay. Bartender says, "What's with the big?"
What's with the what?
This shit is big time.
Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Your mom in the fucking stand.
Welcome to Your Mom's House.
Oh, man. This made me laugh. Brought back a lot of memories, actually.
Of your dad?
Yeah, of course.
Don't you feel like you'll never know that type of joy?
I've thought, why can't I be like this? What, I mean, I wish I knew this feeling.
Yeah, like just laughing at stuff that's so not funny.
I mean, it's just...
He's super joyful,
He's
right?
so joyful.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like multiple choice.
Yeah. That's joy.
I mean, it's sorry, multiple choice. 2 questions.
You sound... Are you okay?
That was so funny. I can't believe I'm laughing this hard.
The best part about that, by the way,
Can't believe this either.
that is my dad laughing at his own thought, like his own joke.
Right. He goes 2 answers, multiple choice.
Yeah, this guy is reading a joke book.
Right, like a corny.
Yeah, and he's having like this is an ultimate dad boner.
Don't you wish the bar was super low on humor for us like that?
God.
We just laughed all the time.
I wish I could walk on stage and just fucking do this.
I know.
Wait a minute.
Look at this guy. It's
Pose
so great.
myself.
Okay. All right. Pull it together.
A bear walks into a restaurant and says, I like...
Oh.
Can't even get through the...
Oh, my.
So
the bear
sweet.
walks into a restaurant and says, I like a grilled...
Like what?
What?
grilled cheese. Bartender says, what's with the big...
What's with the what?
Can't even say it.
What
Damn
if he's a real POS in real life and he beats the shit out of his wife and kids? Look how much you like that. I know it makes you laugh, you sick fuck. Look how happy that made you. You're so fucked in your head.
No, you know what made me
knew
really
you'd
laugh
like
hard
that.
was that
I
thing
knew
I
you'd
was
like
telling
that.
you about.
No, I don't. No push. No push. I don't want
Because I was having this
No.
conversation in the green room in Brea a couple weeks ago. Josh Potter's with me, and one of the servers too came in, and the TV was on. I think Tiger was playing, and we started talking about like, remember how fucking on top of the world he was. Then we started talking about how Tiger.
I
Yeah.
think a fucking dumb name is Tiger.
I know. Well,
I mean, I know it's been said a few times, but you hear it and you're like, okay, well,
that's Brendan Schaub's son's name is Tiger.
no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, Brennan. It's a great name.
And in this case, it's a nickname. In Brendan's, it's his real name.
Oh,
so,
it's a great name. Did I say it was okay?
So when Tiger was on top of the world, it's like just how on top of it he was.
Yeah.
And then he had all these hoes on the side, like so many hoes, right? And we were just talking about, imagine just like how backed up he was, or what he was repressing to act out in the way he was acting out. He had texts like, I can't wait to throat fuck you.
Yeah,
and
so
shit.
weird.
Pretty crazy stuff.
Because he is a pretty buttoned up guy.
Well, yeah,
He's
I mean,
public.
golf in general, like that image is real straight laced.
Right, you can't be like, I'm going to throat fuck the shit out of this whore right now.
No, I mean,
You're
John Daly
golfing.
was the only guy who was openly like that. But I mean, he also had like some real problems, and he also was never nearly as good as Tiger. Was like the best thing we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just dominant.
Started at like 2 years old,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and he was dominant. Though. I mean, just kicking people's ass every week in this thing. Because a lot of big time golfers, they'll have a few big wins in their career, where they're competing every week, but like having like all these majors like week after week, just crushing people. Anyway, we're talking about this, about imagine them being one of those girls, and he's throwing you cash on the side, and some of them are cool with the arrangement. Some of them probably, like a lot of times with these things, start to get like, how come I'm not like the main girl, And,
Oh, yeah.
And he had too many going on too. He had
Well, no one wants to be second or third place.
not real, and he's just like, don't fucking make eye contact if you see me, like in the hotel, like because he had those like arrangements. Like I know, he would arrange the hotel through one of his buddies or his handlers, but also it was like, make sure you don't approach me in the lobby, okay? Because he's Tiger, so he has to maintain all this.
But it makes sense if you're the hoe. Like, that's your job is to be.
Yeah, if you're a good
anonymous.
hoe,
Yeah.
you're supposed to be like, of course.
Yeah, see you there.
But what happened was, I think he started to get, some of them were like, what,
Yeah.
And they're also around somebody who's so famous and so rich.
Yeah.
That I think some of them started to get like, I want more.
Where's my stuff?
Yeah.
I want some stuff.
I want some stuff too.
Yeah.
Anyway, then we started talking about other well-known people, and
I know where this is going.
like OJ.
It's like not even. Like I know why.
Imagine OJ, approaching you now and being like, "Hey, how you doing, sweetie?" And you're like, "Hi."
Like if I'm 20 years old and 1994 never happened.
Yeah.
I was like born in '96 or 2000.
But what was the other
2000.
girl? Casey Anderson? What was her name?
No, I know what you're talking about, but I don't.
What's
yeah,
her
yeah, yeah.
name?
She's a real sicko too. What's
Yeah.
her fucking name? Not Casey Anderson. It's Casey. Shit, man. I got no bandwidth
Come
for this
on.
stuff anymore. I don't follow these psychos like you do. I don't have as much interest, if you will. Casey
Anthony.
Anthony.
Casey Anthony. So now she
Just drinking water, guys.
yeah.
That's what I do.
She was found not guilty, right?
Sure.
But a lot of people, I don't know. A lot of people wait, she's dead?
Casey Anthony's dead?
No, she's not dead, right?
I don't know.
No. Okay. So anyways, she was charged and I think she was found not guilty, yeah. It was found like the verdict was greeted with public outrage. But anyways, people fucking love some people like love this woman and they really like she's cuter than I guess, most people you find charged with crimes like that.
Right. She doesn't look like Eileen
Warnos, yeah.
who's crazy as shit.
But like imagine
Right, she's like a cute mom.
Yeah, she's like cute.
Yeah.
So imagine, let's see if is there 2018 images of her now?
Oh boy. Yeah, prison doesn't. Well, she's not in prison.
Oh, look at her.
She's hot. Looks good.
She looks great. But imagine like this one right here.
Yeah.
This picture of her. You meet her. You go out on a date with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you meet her at the vet's office.
Mm-hmm.
See? She's carrying her dog, groomer here. And you're like, oh, I got a dog too. And you go out with Casey. You go out on a date.
Yeah.
And you have a great time on your date. And then you have drinks afterwards. And you're back at her place.
Yeah.
You start making out. Things start to go further. And then she unbuckles your pants. She goes down on you. And she starts giving you the blowjob of blowjobs.
Right.
I mean, she's spitting on your balls.
Right.
She's gagging on your dong. She's licking under your balls, like kind of toying with your asshole. And you're like, whoa. And then like every time you're like, then she goes, and spits back on. And she's doing all types of her tricks. You're like, this is crazy. Right? You're not expecting it to be like this. And then as you're inching towards your orgasm, you're like, oh my God, your eyes are rolling back to the back of your head.
Yeah.
And just as you come, like you're like, oh my God. And you start coming. She goes, I killed my fucking daughter. And you're like, ah! It kind of ruins your orgasm.
Yeah. That is funny, Tom. You know how you're laughing right now at that is how like the dad boner's laughing.
I know.
That's your version of a lighthearted dad joke.
I know.
Is Casey Anthony confessing to murdering her kid during a blowjob? God, you're so sick in
Or
your
imagine
head.
OJ, like OJ's banging
That
you.
one makes me laugh. Maybe because I'm a mother and I don't want to hear about
Yeah, I know, it's horrible.
So can we change it to girlfriend killing or wife
Okay,
killing?
so OJ's on top of you.
Yeah,
and
okay,
he's
that one's
he's
funny.
taking you to Pound Town.
Yeah.
And you're like, Jesus, this guy, for bad hips and knees, he can really thrust.
And do I know his history or am I too
I guess
young?
you're like, well,
20
he
years
was
old.
not guilty. Like some of your friends are like, you're going out with OJ, and you're like, he's nice.
He's not,
and then
not guilty.
He takes you like a nice restaurant, and then he takes you like he drives past Brentwood, and he's like, I used to live here, but things have been kind of rough. And then he takes you to like
Does he still have the Bronco or is it?
No, but he's got like a different white truck. It's smaller.
It's
and
similar?
shittier. Yeah.
Similar.
It's
sorry.
similar. And he drives you to like a kind of an East Hollywood apartment. You're like, okay. He's like, Brent was overrated, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And then he takes you up there, starts like doing like just kind of grown, like you're kind of young. He's doing grown man tricks on you, you know, like just advanced moves, like kind of Rocco stuff. Like maybe he's You know what I mean? Like pinching your tits a little harder.
Tom. I mean,
and then he starts
pinching my tits.
kind of hard. He's
Do you
like,
think that's your varsity sexual?
well, it is when it comes from like an older guy. Right?
Ew,
So,
like that German guy we play who's like,
Yeah,
wants to
it's like,
suck on this nabs.
He wants to watch as you milk me dry.
That is an older pervert thing.
Yeah,
like
it's an older perv.
You got to up the ante when you're in your 50s and 60s, right?
Yeah.
His nipples need to be.
Wait, so OJ,
Okay, here we
OJ
go.
goes down on you. He kills it. You're just begging for it. He gets into you. He starts just railing you, and you're like, oh my God. And as you approach, you're like, oh my God, this is gonna be the orgasm of my life. You start orgasming, and then he leans into your ear, and you're like, yes, baby, yes. And he's like, I slit both those motherfuckers' necks, and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's an interesting story. It's a neat idea.
You're like trying to stop orgasm. You're like, oh my God.
Like yeah. I mean, I don't know that this is such a funny idea that I'm wiping tears the way you are. I'm not sure it's a tear wiper. Like, I see kind of why technically it's funny, but it's not. It doesn't get me the way.
Well, this is my version of these guys' jokes.
Right.
So, you want to finish that guy's joke?
Okay, yeah. Let's see what the bear says. The bartender says.
He has to get clean.
Bear walks into a restaurant and says, I like a grilled cheese. Okay. What's with the big paws? The bartender asks. I'm a bear.
That's the joke.
That's the joke.
It doesn't even have a double meaning.
It doesn't take much.
But he's pausing. Did you get that?
Yeah, I got
the
it.
grilled cheese.
Oh my
You
God.
get it or
I
not?
get it. I've heard a version of that.
What's with the big paws?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Maybe he didn't tell the joke right. I would like a grilled cheese. What's with the big paws? I'm a bear. Paws, P-A-U-S-E,
Oh.
P-A-W-S. Is
Oh,
that the
right,
joke? Because I'm
right.
like, wait, that's not even a joke.
Right. So he said, I'll have a grilled cheese.
Right. But he didn't tell the joke properly.
Right. That's exactly what my dad would do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
He
Ruin the joke.
would miss the point of the joke.
The whole
Yeah.
timing of it. Yeah. What joy. God,
Remember
you're so
when we
jaded.
called my dad and we
So
did
angry
blonde jokes
inside.
and stuff?
Oh my God.
I love it. I love those jokes. Oh my God, I love blonde jokes.
So
Okay.
much.
How can you tell if a blonde has been using your computer?
I don't know.
There's whiteout all over the monitor.
Oh my God. I got one for you too.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this blonde is sitting at a bar in Chicago watching they have one of these bars where they had the TV behind the bar. And
It's already
there's some
too
guy
long.
up on the ledge getting ready to jump. So this guy sits down next to her. And he says to her,
It's too wordy already.
this is the 6 o'clock news, and he says, I bet you
What?
he jumps. And the blonde says, I bet you a drink he doesn't. And all of a sudden, the guy jumps. And so the blonde says, I guess I owe you $20. And he said,
But
no,
the
I
bet was for a drink.
really can't take the money because I saw it on the 5 o'clock news. And the blonde says, so did I, but I thought he might change his mind.
So bad.
I think that's hilarious.
It's so poorly told.
Well, it's too wordy. The
Yeah.
setup was too convoluted. It's like
And then he's like, and this is 6 o'clock news. Like,
no, it has to be like, okay, a blonde and a guy were sitting at the bar watching the 6 o'clock news.
yeah.
Guy-
Or you could
guy
even leave out the
says-
time and then have the punch be like, I saw the 5, like the
Right.
implied
Right.
earlier time.
Right.
You know?
There's a lot of ways to tell that joke efficiently.
Yeah.
He did not. You know what's funny about your father is that he's kind of an old school
Kind of.
dude, and he loves to point out that I'm a woman constantly.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm
For
like,
sure.
you know, Christina, we were watching your special on Netflix, and I think what people like the most is that you're a woman telling these jokes.
Saying these things. All right.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and he loves to make fun of me being blonde and Californian. Loves it.
Yeah. This shit is just. Oh my god. See, I think my
Gosh.
Casey Anthony OJ stuff's way funnier.
Right. Try it on a crowd. See if they think it's funnier.
I think we'll get feedback just from this.
No, I know.
podcast.
And a million psychos are going to write in and say how wrong I am and how brilliant that is. I know.
Wait, how wrong you are?
Oh, yeah. They always side with psychopath Tom. Christina's just square. She doesn't get it. Tom's right. That's hilarious. Your whole psycho squad of people.
Yeah.
You know, these are the same derelicts who buy these shirts that I don't think are great.
Do you want to know something amazing? This is how good God is. God is good.
All the time.
This is
I am too blessed to be stressed.
how good is God? Right now, this was completely unplanned. She had no idea. None. I didn't tell her about it. I didn't prep you on this.
No.
You just bring that up. Added to the store less than an hour ago.
Oh, what is it this time?
The Piss on Me, Beat Me shirt featuring my face.
With your mouth open?
And some tears.
Jesus, Tom.
This is a pre-sale right now. This is the image that was on my Instagram that did so well that we everyone was like, put this on a shirt. I was like, okay. So
great.
Yeah, this was
wow, I wonder how many people are going to want Piss on Me and Beat Me with a bearded guy's mouth open on their chest. But, you know, who am I to judge that kind of a thing?
XHH Creative X is a 22-year-old artist who made this. By the way, I also, it's not for sale yet, but I also sent the design to our sock guy. So
good.
Hopefully there'll be some Piss on Me, Beat Me socks.
That's
coming
exciting. That's exciting. When's the FGT RTD?
Well,
coming.
This is all, you're throwing all.
What's it first? Good tongue.
Replaces that dick. Somebody feel like they cracked the code here. Hey, I cracked the FGT RTD code. Hi, Hitler. I became fascinated with the puzzle presented to the YMH community. I think I have solved it.
No.
I took to the streets, began walking around, pronouncing FGT RTD phonetically, making eye contact with each person I passed in hopes of assistance or inspiration. I got some dirty looks from some Zimzerbs with blue hair. Clearly, they thought I wasn't up to the task, but I did not let this dishearten me. By the time I got home, I remembered my past relationship with a Jewish woman and drew from the letter-number association in the Hebrew language. So I made the chart of the English alphabet A to Z, counting from 1 to 26, assigning each letter a numerical value. FGT RTD added together is 75.
Okay.
The value of the acronym YMH got me 46, and the P for Palmcast yields 57. Seeing that the sum of FGT RTD was the reverse of the sum YMHP was all the proof I needed that this was indeed a high-level puzzle orchestrated by the main mommies. Reinvigorated, I press on. I solved for the values mommy 79 and mommy's 86, knowing that these would surely come into play. I saw this is all I needed to solve the riddle.
This is crazy.
So now with the numerical values associated with each one, you have to solve the problem. Mommy's minus FGT RTD equals 11. 11 is the value of P. So adding 11 to YMH gets you 68. Subtracting 11 also gets you 68. Jesus Christ. Now I have demonstrated irrefutably that the relationship between FGT, RTD, and mommies.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
This is a lot, you guys.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I can't even keep reading
word the money design added to lexicon. We should immediately refer to as FGT RTDs in the same vein as mommy jeans. Okay. So he's saying we should just. He found the relationship between FGT RTD and mommies. And the word mommies.
Okay. Yeah, you solved it.
It's
Good
not
job.
an acronym, but a word to be spoken as its own entity. Got you. I like that. We can call each other FGT RTDs.
This is really great.
First good tongue.
Replaces
that dick.
This one person said 4 great times rub that dick. That's what FGT RTD stands for. Bert is definitely FGTRTD. You want to go for it?
You go for it.
You go for it.
Fat guy, too retarded to diet.
For good time, right to Dean.
Good.
Fat girl to ride the dick.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
Fuck gays and rape the deaf. I don't think so.
Okay. Fuck gays and rape the deaf.
Wow. But yeah, people keep, and then look at this amazing Seagal FGTRTD image created by Evan. Amazing.
That's great. What's going on his neck there? Is his neck fat?
There's
That's
just neck
great.
fat. And he's wearing one of his Asian,
It's a great portrait.
Yeah.
His eyes and his mouth are so small. And that big fat.
So fat. He's so fat.
Looks good.
It's a great image. Thank you, Evan. Yeah. So, we were sharing the other day was courting stories, which made me laugh.
Well, speaking of fat guys losing weight or too retarded and dating, would you ever date an R-worded person?
I'm sorry? What?
Would you ever date an R-worded person?
No.
Would you?
No.
Okay, why not? Or would you hook up with an R-worded?
Babe.
What if she's super hot?
Babe.
Babe, just listen. Hear me out. What if she's so fucking hot? She's everything you want. Big old sloppy titties, tiny waist,
Babe.
badonkadonk.
No.
That'd be so retarded.
No. No.
But why not? Is it wrong for a normal person to hook up with an R-worded?
Yes, of course.
Why? They like doing it too, though.
I know, but you have it's like hooking up with a drunk person, It's like
Right.
you have too many advantages over them. Like you don't know that they can say no. You're intellectually superior, You can't do
Right.
that.
Okay.
I mean,
But what if they're super hot?
Well, really, it's about what level of disability someone has for this type of thing, right?
Good point.
So if somebody is,
Let's see.
some like a little bit slower than you could.
A little slow.
Well, that happens all the time.
Right. In marriages, we've seen it.
Sure, we live it, and then there's something where it's
Would definitely, yeah, I hear it. It is a bit like taking advantage of an innocent.
Yeah.
Right, like
yeah,
a child.
exactly.
So, what about Slingblade R-worded? Is that guy? Can he?
Wasn't he like grunting a lot?
Yeah. Is he out of the question for dating?
I don't know. I mean,
He's
it's
cute.
a character.
It's a non R-worded person playing.
But he's not fully.
He's not full R-worded.
No.
So that's a question. Could I?
Could you date Slingblade?
Right.
That's really for you. Do you think you could? Well, remembering back to that movie, I feel like he's not your type.
He's not my type.
But
what about Tom Hanks in? Hey, wait a minute.
What?
Tom Hanks in Guilt. What's the movie? The stupid one with the Gianna?
Oh yeah.
Stupid is, stupid does. Dude, she hooks up with him. They even have a kid together. Spoiler alert. How is that ethical? She hooks up with Forrest Gump. That's the name of the movie. Hello?
I lived out back on my mother and father's place most of my life in a little old shed that my daddy'd built for me. So mostly I just sat around out there in the shed looking at the ground. I didn't have no floor out there. Would have had me a hole dug out to lay down in.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Here's the problem. I think he's pretty with it. I don't like where he's from. Like, I don't want to talk about holes in the ground and stuff. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think it'd be a good date. I mean, I don't think you'd have a great date.
I grew up in the San Fernando Valley. Like, I don't.
But could you do it with him?
Yeah, I think he's at a level of intelligence. Yeah, I don't think it's unethical.
You don't.
No, and I love Billy Bob Thornton. I think he's
You
so
could definitely
talented.
sleep with Forrest Gump.
Well, that's the thing. Jenny did.
Right.
AIDS Jenny, and then they had a
Baby.
kid.
Yeah.
So you can apparently, and you can make a hit movie about it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot about your box office success after you do this.
Right. It's a win-win.
Yeah. So you would sleep with Forrest Gump though?
I don't. He's not my type. I like the edge of a Slingblader guy more than Forrest.
Jenny.
Which one would you do it with, Forrest or Slingblade?
I mean, I think Sling is into some rough shit, personally.
Yeah.
Without really knowing much about him.
All that whittling and...
I mean, I feel like he's pretty rough.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be... Like, I think Forrest is gentle.
You think Slingblade has, like, anger stuff that he's repressing? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's going to come out.
I mean, he'll slice your tits off. I think Forrest is going to kiss your navel and want to just hold you. Yeah.
Or no, but he was always so afraid of Gianni.
But is he...
Remember? He was kind of freeze in the moment. He's so innocent.
Is it unethical to be with him?
Apparently, no. Then they made, like I said, they made a hit movie. Everyone loves the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
That's a good point.
What's her name? You know who's Jenny?
Robin Wright Penn.
Yeah.
Robin Wright.
Do you think that he made her sniff her butt after, like in House of Cards?
She made him sniff her butt.
Oh, right.
If Forrest made her sniff his butt, be really fucking awesome. That would have been the scene that definitely stole the movie.
That would have been such a better movie.
Jenny, come over here. She's like, Forrest, what are you doing? He's like, sniff between my cheeks.
I ate lots of peas and carrots for lunch.
Does it smell like chocolate back there? Do you think their sex? It probably was just sweet sex.
He didn't do anything. I remember he would freeze. He kind of would just lay there.
Yeah.
And he loved Jenny.
But see, he's an innocent.
He's so innocent.
So why isn't that unethical, though?
I think it is. I think that's not cool of her. But apparently, he wanted it though. That's the thing. He really loved Jenny.
Yeah.
She wanted to help him. She de-virginized him, I think.
Quilt or two to put down there.
Okay.
Imagine this guy munching on your box.
My father
telling
was
you
a
the story
hard-working
as he's
man.
I don't want to hear the stories. That's a problem.
as he's going down on you. He stops,
Too many words already.
looks up,
No thanks.
goes back down.
I don't like the words, the talking. It's so boring.
So did you have anybody court you that was like this?
I did, actually. There was a guy I worked at the Department of Public Safety at the University of San Francisco, my work study job. I worked in the parking booth, so I handed out, I worked in one of those boxes for 4 years, handing out parking. And then there was another job you could have, which was called the Charlie Unit, where you gave tickets to people, and I refused to do that. Well, there was a kid who was way too old to be an undergrad. He was 25, and he lived at home with his parents. And he was kind of a Slingblade adjacent, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And one time he did ask me out on a date.
What'd you do?
I was so stunned. Because I talked to him a lot. He stopped by the parking booth, and I talked to him, and I was always amused by him because he was super weird and funny, And I think he misinterpreted that as me being interested.
Yeah, it's a tough thing to adapt to when people are nice to you sometimes.
Yeah, and I get it, with guys, especially in college, you're hunting for that stuff.
Yeah, so when you start just talking to them, we're like, oh, this is the one.
Yeah, I felt badly, and then he's like, so, if you ever want to go out on a date and eat dinner, and I was so stunned, I go, I don't eat. I'm such a dick. I know. I was like, I don't eat. And I tried to deflect it. No, I didn't mean. I was trying to be funny. I think at the time.
Eat.
I know that was bad. There was one guy I went on a date with. It was a car salesman. We were 21 years old. 10 minutes into the date, he goes, "I've slept with over 76 women." We were 20 years old, and I was like, "Oof, I gotta go."
Weren't you curious to how good he must be?
No, I don't think the way you do. I was more afraid of diseases and stuff.
Oh, I would have been like, this pig is gonna get down.
Is that right? Well, you sleep with street stragglers. And,
excuse me.
Oh my God, you talk about your past. You find these women in
stragglers,
gutter sluts.
No, I don't. Gutter sluts.
Remember your one you thought you got AIDS from, and
yeah.
Since she in your act now, you recall her so fondly all the time.
Well, it's the closest that there's a time that I definitely thought I had AIDS the most.
Yeah, you're so dumb. I mean, you had unprotected sex with a woman in Africa.
Twice.
Okay.
Yeah, I think about that.
What's your worst suitor?
Well, I mean, I had one time a severely disabled person gave me a flower and asked me to be their boyfriend.
That's nice.
Yeah. And I didn't know how to handle it at first. So I was volunteering at a school.
Yeah.
With kids,
Yeah.
with disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
And when she gave me she was like, be my boyfriend. I was like, oh my God. So I went up to the teacher and I was like, I don't know what to do. And she told me, just tell you can't because you already have a girlfriend.
Yeah, that's sweet.
That's what I did.
That's sweet.
But
Well,
that
what,
one, that's not.
That doesn't really count.
No. Well, no. But I mean, like,
What about nasty bitches? You ever had like a nasty bitch?
dude, okay. Oh man, this is fucked up. I feel bad about this one, kind of. So I was at a bar on Sunset, and this is like in my early thin days here in LA.
My early thin days.
Yeah. And I was just, I wasn't really a bar hopper, but I happened to be out with a friend, and we're at the bar, and a woman just approached me. And here's the thing about bars, it's no joke. They are dark. Bars at night.
Yeah.
Have favorable lighting.
And beer goggles help too.
But I wasn't, I mean, I had maybe a beer or two. I wasn't fucked up.
Yeah.
And she just approached me and she was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And like very forward. And I was like, okay. She asks me for my number. I was like, yeah, all right. Gave her my number. Had a small, brief conversation. And then I split. And she called me like either that night or the next day, pretty quickly, to set up going out Friday or Saturday. And I was like, okay, cool. And I went and I picked her up.
Oh, man.
It was so bad. What I was seeing was so bad. I wanted to just be like, I have a hernia. I have to go to the hospital.
What was going on?
Who I saw, I had zero recollection of her looking like this. Yeah, I was like,
it was really the lighting, and yeah. She was just nasty.
It was fucking upsetting. But I mean, I was nice about it, but I was like, no,
What did you do?
We went to like somebody she knew was having a party somewhere. And I just, the whole time I was like, I gotta get out of this. But I was trying to be like nice about it. And then I remember there was music playing. You know what I actually remember is that the party that she took me to had somebody DJing and Sister Nancy Bam Bam.
That's our song that you and I.
But I didn't know the name of that song yet.
Yeah.
And I remember that at that party she took me to, I went up to the DJ because I'd heard the song before. I go, what's the name of this song? And he told me.
And then that song became something you and I bonded over.
Yeah.
Early in our relationship, we loved that song.
Then we went back to her.
No, you didn't.
No. I had to drive her back, and she was like, "Do you want to come in?" And I was like, "No." She was like, "Do you want to just like park here?" And I was like, "Mm-mm."
No.
Do you want to? I was like, "No, none of it."
It's so horrible.
Yeah, but I wasn't a dick about it. But I remember being. I mean, what was the thing to do there? Should I have just like at the beginning saw her and been like, "Oh shit"?
No, I mean, here's where the kids today have it right with this app dating is that they don't commit to dinner, they don't commit to a lengthy thing, they commit to like coffee.
Yeah.
So if you don't like that person, you got to quick out. Like, oh, I got diarrhea, I got to go.
Yeah.
And that's the mistake. I think we could have preempted that whole thing of making the date potentially shorter.
Yeah,
that's what
it basically
they
just
do
stole
today.
an evening from me.
Yeah, it sucks. Nothing's worse than a bad date too, and you're like, ugh.
And in my fear to offend, I just stuck it out.
Yeah,
I didn't want to be like, I don't find you attractive.
Well, here's the thing, because if you think of it in a humane fashion, like you can be kind and maybe get to know somebody and just spend the night.
I mean, I was trying to be humane, but I think she was like, well, we're on a date, and I'm like, I'm not into you.
I ain't into you, bitch.
No.
But that's true. If she can't sense that you're not vibing on her sexually, it's kind of.
Didn't I tell you a couple?
Nasty.
I told you about one girl who was. Oh yeah, this was a funny one to me. Where we were in college, and it was like junior year, and the end of the year was approaching. Oh yeah, I was hanging out with her, and we were in my dorm room, and we were making out a little bit on my bed, and then I just remember getting like a shove, and she's like, "You're snoring." So I fell asleep on her.
Yeah.
Like not on her, but next
That's
to her.
flattering.
Yeah, and I was like, "What?" She's like, "You're snoring." And I was like, "I mean,
yeah,
it's late."
Good thing she didn't marry you. That's the whole lifetime of that shit.
And she left. And then she was going home for the summer. And she was like, well, I was staying at school. So she was like, it's like 4 hours apart. And she goes, well, here's my number or whatever. Because we went out a couple times. Let's stay in touch this summer and, maybe see each other. And I was like, yeah, cool. And then I just never texted her or called her or anything. And then in the fall, she rolled around. She was like, "You're an asshole." Like day one, I was like, "Why?" She's like, "You didn't text, call once." And I was like, I mean,
see, I would have played it cool. I would have ignored you and been like, "Whatever, dude. This guy's a fucking asshole." Like, don't.
Yeah, but my whole thing was like,
confront.
I just felt nothing for her.
Well, that's the thing. If a guy doesn't call,
he's not interested.
He's not. Just
That's the thing. I just wasn't-
don't.
And she
call
wasn't
out.
unattractive. I was like, I just,
You're just not. It's not your jam.
Yeah,
you
I just-
needed a hostile, angry Hungarian.
Yeah.
With gigantic Aretha
Yeah.
Franklin tits.
Yeah, exactly.
You were waiting for your jeans.
That's right.
Special
So,
combination.
I just was like, whatever. And then, I don't know. We went out like once or twice more.
Oh, you did go out with her again.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it was like I
But,
got
well,
nothing
you
to
got
do.
guilted into it, kind of.
I was
Sounds
just
like
bored.
it.
I wasn't even guilted into it. I was just.
That's a dick move because then girls think that you're interested. If you're like, there's no one else in South Carolina.
It totally.
or whatever.
We stayed friendly. It wasn't like bad with her. It wasn't bad. It was fine.
There was one guy I dated in college who was super cute, but there was too much of a language barrier.
Language barrier.
He was a Spanish exchange student.
Oh, you with these spics.
I love them. You know me. Come on, Puerto Ricans, Spaniards. I married fucking Segura.
Yeah.
And he was so sweet and so just kind to me and wonderful, but he didn't speak enough.
You're a fucking chorizo chaser. Is what you are.
So we couldn't go. I just felt like I can't talk to this person. How weird is that? I can't just, I'm not a dirty slut like you where you just hook up with every old strap.
Where was this guy from?
Spain.
Oh, he's from Spain.
Barcelona, I think.
And he spoke so little you couldn't even.
Yeah, it was tough. Like he was his first year.
Did you guys
in the
go out?
States. Yeah. Yeah, we went on a date. And I liked him. Like I said, his energy was great. He was sweet, super sweet. But it was there's such a barrier culturally too. Like, you know what I mean? We were
Was
18.
he like, there's paella between my legs. Sangria. You
He was
drink it.
so sweet. That's what you would have done to me. No, he was a sweet guy. He's still sweet. We still every now and then on Facebook.
Oh,
we, like-
Jesus. Really?
but through
fucking hooker?
other college friends. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like,
sure.
It's in a group of friends.
Yeah, me too. I have a couple girls that I thought were so smoking hot and sweet, but their language
So I didn't
sucked.
say smoking hot.
You
I
said
did
he was-
not
you're-
say he was cute,
okay.
but he wasn't smoking hot. You're much
Sure.
cuter than
And you're
he
like,
is.
I still, check in on him
No,
every
I don't
now and
check in
again
on him. I do
for
not.
when you die, just to
I
make sure
did not.
I have things lined
no,
up.
he was a college friend. He became a circle of friends.
Sure,
For sure. No, I think, is he married now? No, I don't know.
Is he? I don't even know. I'll have to ask him. Are you married, Juan Jose?
I'm trying to think of other bad dates. I mean, I feel like they're all bad. Dates are just terrible. That's probably why I wasn't a big dater. I'm just not good at it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I have to know the person and then
Then you go for it.
Yeah, like I'm not. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? Why? Hey, why would you do that?
I think you earned that one.
Why would you do that?
I think you earned that one
For
with
what?
with your Juan Jose emails that nobody knew
No,
about.
babe, they're not.
Nobody knew about.
Babe, you can log into my Facebook any day and see the big exchanges I'm doing with people. Yeah, I have my headphones off. I can only hear screaming.
I don't even fucking
No.
want me to do it with you.
No.
I will be
No. No. I like it. Turn it off.
What happened? Oh, whoa. Oh, jeez. That was good. That was good fun.
You're nasty.
We have a great guest coming up in a little bit here.
I hate you.
Why do you hate me?
Because I was so nasty. Wait, you know what we have to talk about? Because we were watching some show. We were watching Below Deck. And I'm not going to put my headphones on. Don't
You can.
trust
It's fine.
me.
I
No,
took
it's
it.
not.
I took it off.
No, it's not. I know
I'm
you.
playing other clips,
no,
please.
you're not. I know you've got. You know what you've got?
What?
Other barf clips lined up.
No, I don't.
You think I was born yesterday?
No, I
Segura?
don't.
You
No,
think
I
I don't
don't.
know your tricks?
I promise. Put
So
'em
we were
back
watching. Nope. We were watching Below Deck.
Put them back on.
Nope.
Why?
Because I don't trust you.
I'm not going to play any more of that.
You're a dirty,
No, you need to put them on, please.
dirty Latin trickster.
Please.
No, you're gonna do a barf clip.
I'm not going to do a barf clip.
Do you swear on our children's eyes?
Yes,
No,
yes.
I want you to say.
I swear on our children's eyes. I swear. I swear. I wouldn't say that. I swear. I swear.
Children plural, mother of 2 of your children. Not just 1, 2. I swear to God, if I hear a fucking barf
I
sound,
know. I'm not playing it. I'm not. I'm not. We're watching Below Deck. Slowly putting them on. We're watching Below Deck, and this girl's like... There's this super...
But can I tell you one thing? One of my favorite things you do is this dumb girl voice.
Yeah. Well,
it's based on your sisters.
I know.
There's a few favorite things you do.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Seriously? Seriously?
Seriously?
Seriously?
Seriously?
Seriously?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You take your fucking scissors.
Oh my god.
Use your pudgy fucking monkey hand.
Seriously?
Cut the box open, cut a hole in it, and pour it in the goddamn bottle.
Oh my god. Seriously?
Oh my god. Seriously? Da. We have to go get our son soon, but before we do...
Oh my god, you guys are so disgusting.
Yeah.
I gotta pump my tits, too.
There's a super flirt guy who's flirting with all these girls.
Alert.
Yeah, he's flirting with every girl on there, trying to hook up with
Yeah,
like
he's
all
such
the girls.
trash. Yeah.
And one of the girls is like, I don't know if you're the right guy for me. And he's like, why not? And she's like, because I want to be treated like a princess, the way my daddy treats my mommy. But he loves her and he waits on her and he spoils her. And that's what I'm looking for.
And I'm saving myself. That's another thing. Don't forget.
Myself until I meet somebody just like daddy. I'm a princess. That's the worst thing you can do is raise a girl to be like, you are a princess.
That is the worst.
You're so special that somebody should treat you exactly the way I treat your mother.
Right. But people forget that your mother most likely bore a few of his children.
Yeah.
Probably raised those babies, took care of the husband for years.
And you guys have been together, been through ups and downs.
Yeah, licked his beanbag, jerked his cock for years.
And
what?
Did that when things weren't great, you know? And like,
Yeah, maybe giving him a sympathy handy, 3 weeks postpartum. Still stitches, healing, milky tits.
Reach underneath. Pulled down.
Yeah, maybe throws her husband a bone because she knows it's been a long time since they've
so you go
made
like,
marital love.
this is that's why
she gets
that's why your mom is treated so special by your dad. It's like
Yeah.
over time,
Yeah.
the love grew into a special thing.
Right.
It's not like you should initiate dating that way.
Well, it's first of all, there's nothing less attractive than a girl who leads with the princess card. Like, it's so gross.
I went out with a girl one time out here
I'm a
in
princess.
LA. She was like, I want to date a guy who misses the way I smell, misses the sound of my voice, and misses like the touch of my hand. And that's what a relationship should be like. Told me that a few times. I was like, okay.
It's attractive, right? Can I tell you the problem with women?
Are you gonna miss the way I smell? This is all about voice.
This is wrong.
By touch.
This is wrong. The reason women think this way is because of soap operas and romantic movies with, what's his name? Ryan Gosling and all this horse shit. They fill our minds full of nonsense. Most guys aren't going to do that for you.
No.
And the guys that will are full of shit, all right? That's the problem. They're fucking total FGT RTDs that you should run for the hills. If he's wearing thumb rings and fucking, sensitive guy, forget it.
That's true.
But the princess girl, man, you're doing your daughters a disservice.
Tell her to just be your own person. And maybe try to find someone that she likes and
is an
respects.
equal.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, you don't want to be relationships that are on pedestals. It's all fucked up,
right? Because then she's implying the power balance should be that I'm on top.
Yeah, and this guy worships me. Yeah,
it's
so weird.
It's very weird.
There's also Mike Tyson coming jokes.
Okay, we're just jumping in. I just hit record again. I did not tell a Mike Tyson one. I did tell an OJ. I was telling her earlier.
Oh boy!
Imagine if you went out with OJ on a date now.
But you didn't necessarily know everything.
No, you do. You kind of know, but you're kind of naive.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like you're willing to go out on a date with him.
Yeah.
Then he takes you out, you have a good time.
Yeah.
And then you start hooking up.
A good time.
You start hooking up. And as you orgasm.
Yeah.
And it's like the orgasm of your life.
Yeah.
He leans in and whispers in your ear, like, I cut those motherfuckers' necks. And you're like, oh my God.
And then that just makes you come harder?
Yeah, I guess. And you're just confused. You're like, oh,
wow. Now can I only listen or watch true crime to have a massive orgasm?
He sets you up for a fetish, I guess.
Yeah.
Looks like you two are kindred joke spirits. I had no idea, Brad. Do you like murder shows too?
I just got into Evil Genius.
Oh, it's great.
Okay, so you're into that one?
It's great.
Yes.
Really good.
I'm excited. I think it's like I like murder shows and I like gangster shows, I think for the same reason, because I secretly want to be a gangster and a murderer.
Oh, there you go.
Where it's like, but I'll never do it because it's like, wrong.
It's an escape. It's an escape.
Yeah.
Who are you murdering first? Let's talk about it.
I mean, I think you got to go family members.
Oh.
Certain family members.
Interesting choice. I agree now. I'm on board with you.
Yeah, well, because
Extended family?
Yeah, like extended family, but like just those extended family that whenever their name pops up on your phone, you're like, oh, I'm about to be miserable.
Yeah. Good call.
That's a really good. Yeah.
Like that's my whole goal in life is to be the person that when my name pops up on your phone, you don't go, fuck.
Yes, I agree.
That's it. Because we all have those people in our lives where that person never calls you and goes, hey, just wanted to say I just saw your work and congratulations and the life and
positive.
Oh, my life, it's going well. Everything's fine. Like you just have some people in your world where that is never the occurrence. It's like, all right, this phone call is going to cost me a couple $1,000.
Yeah.
You know?
And it cost me a few days off my life, probably.
Yeah. Just because of the stress and all that, and it's never just a simple fix. It's never just like, hey, I know you have AAA, I don't have AAA. Can you call AAA and get AAA? It's more like, hey, I'm in a prison in Morocco, and like you can't afford to go to Morocco. I got here. Long story. It's like, can you go to the State Department? And it's like this huge thing.
There's such pain in the asses.
Yeah.
Are you good at the blowing off?
Yes.
It takes a skill.
Yes.
So you think you have to learn it though? Like you get better.
Oh,
at it?
What do you mean, blowing off family or just
anyone?
friends?
Yeah.
Just everybody.
Let's talk about it.
I'm teaching my wife right now because she's such an accommodator and she's such a loving, giving person.
She's a good person.
Yes, she's a good person. She just wants to make everybody happy.
She brought cookies over for.
She brought cookies for you guys.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, and homemade juice.
Yeah, come on.
Oh my god.
Homemade juice. So
sweet.
Yeah, apple, ginger. We're gonna clean out your colons.
Great.
We're all about that on this show.
Yeah, so like she's a good person, and whenever crazy family or friends calls up, she's like trying to be very helpful, and she's gonna solve the problems. And I finally had to like sit her down and be like, no, you can just not do that.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, but then they'll not like me. I'm like, they already don't like you. They're already just calling you up to use you because they know that you're the helpful one.
Yeah.
So just don't be the helpful one. That's why I'm so envious of some of the members of my family that are just complete fuck-ups, because it's like no one would ever call them. No one would ever call them to be like, hey, you've been in jail 3 times in and out of various rehabs, and you may have killed someone. Could you help me move?
Wow.
Like no one would ever say that.
Now, is that what you have in your family? Because Tom and I, we compare crazy. I've got a lot of alcoholism, mental illness.
Yeah, we check those boxes. I think like we're playing like a dysfunctional family bingo.
Yeah.
Alcoholism, yes.
Yeah.
Mental illness, yes. Hoarding, yes.
Oh, hoarding.
Yeah,
okay, what else you got?
We got one hoarder.
Now, is it a level 5 where there's? I think Tom, how does it go? If there's pathways, you're still okay. If there's no pathways,
So level 1 is like I like a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Beanie Babies I collect.
Yeah, level 2 is like basically clutter, a lot of clutter,
trash.
Yeah.
No, I think trash starts at 3.
Okay, so
and
there's just trash.
If it's like
feces,
floor to ceiling, but there is a pathway.
Yeah.
If they leave a place to walk, I think that's a 4.
Okay.
But it's still like this person's in deep shit.
Right. But if you need a shovel to get from one room to another.
Yeah. Or if like 5 is like there's rats here, but they're nice like that. That's level 5 where they they shit and they're like there's no plumbing here, but but they also don't see a problem with it. Like someone will be like, "Did you just shit like in an open bag?" And they're like, "Yeah, where do you shit?" Like they don't even see the problem.
Now, is that a 5?
Yeah,
when
5
you're shitting in the toilet that no longer works.
Oh yeah, and it's just piles.
You're collecting your shit.
Yeah.
You're just like, I can't. Because they don't have children. They're like, I created this shit in my body and I can't get rid of. Yeah,
there was a few
That's
episodes.
so true. I never thought of that.
Matt Paxton, that's the guy's name. and he called in. We had him on like years and years ago, and I met him. He's a great guy, and we were talking about the level 5s, and there was a couple episodes where there's a few times where he was like, "This is not salvageable."
Yeah,
and one of them was so bad that the whole episode was just to get the person out of the house, like convince them to leave, and then they burned the house down.
Yeah,
they burned it.
Sometimes that's the only solution is you just come in with a blowtorch and a bulldozer, and you just like, because what are you saving? What's like?
Well, to them, you're saving important stuff. They're like, I need that.
I need my nose hair from 1987.
But you think that helps them, and all they do is find a new home.
A new home, I know.
And fuck that home up exactly the same way.
Yeah, we
I like
don't have any
how
level 5s.
They would always tie together on that, and also on like 600-pound shit. They'd be like, you know, like, do you eat? They're like, I just eat a lot because food tastes good. And they're like, when did you start gaining weight? They're like, when my dad died. And they're like, is that when you like started eating a lot more? And they're like, And then they're like, do you think it's probably related? And they're like, I don't know. And then,
Trauma.
And the same thing with the hoarders. They'll be like, my wife left me in 1973. And they're like, and when did you start hoarding? 74.
Yeah.
And they're like,
and now nothing will ever leave me again. I have my house of everything.
Yeah.
It's a lot of trauma.
That's how trauma works, right?
God, they should just have it, because like all those shows are like on either the Learning Channel or Discovery Channel or something. They should just have a Schadenfreude channel. That's all the fucked up people in this world where we can go and go, okay,
this is all I want.
I'm not that bad.
Of course, that's what we watch all the time.
Yeah, of course.
We watch Age Gap Love.
Age Gap Love is great.
Old and young.
Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it,
It's
but
on
just
Netflix.
but just the title of it, and I'm in.
It's like I'm 60, she's 19. We're a great match.
I'm always curious about that. Because,
Intervention was that too, right?
Yeah.
It was like I don't drink a lot.
Because like the whole age gap love thing, I was once the youngest woman I ever dated was 20 years old, and I was 29, and I dated her for like 2 dates, and I ended it when she didn't know who Johnny Cash was. Like literally didn't know. And like, you know, there was a Walk the Line movie. I'm not even expecting you to start.
That's true.
Yeah, like she's like, who's John? I'm like, no, I can't.
That's his dumb girl voice.
I can't do
Who's that? And then do yours.
I'm a princess.
You guys should have a conversation in Dumb Girl.
So you say you're a princess?
My daughter says I'm a princess.
Oh my god! I'm like, I just like to dress as a princess. I don't want to say I'm a princess. That's a little pretentious. But I feel like a princess.
You are.
I identify as a princess. The same way Bruce Jenner said he's a woman, but he's not really, but he is.
Yeah.
I'm a princess.
We're both special. We're both special princesses.
I just want to find a guy.
Now, before
like my
we get to
guy.
whether you would sleep with Forrest Gump or not, I
Okay.
forgot. We jumped over.
Okay.
We jumped over it. Where is it?
Do we have an intro? Oh.
No, we jumped over our dental update.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
So, this dental update is brought to you by GetQuip.com, and we are going to ask our guest, Brad Williams.
It's like a horror movie and hip hop. That's awesome. Love that.
Brad, you have a nice smile.
Thank you.
Let me see
take
his
care of your
chompers. Ooh, they're perfect.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Braces.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Do you do general upkeep pretty well?
Yeah. Yeah. I do general upkeep, and
How often do you go to the dentist?
well, every 6 months.
You really do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not everyone does that.
Good
It's
for
really.
you.
It's weird because your normal is what you perceive everyone else is normal to be.
Yes.
And when I find out that people don't go to the dentist every 6 months, I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
They're like, my mouth is fine. I'm like, how do you know?
It's your mouth, and it's preventative. You got to do it.
Yeah, my friend just took his daughter to the dentist, and she had 16 cavities.
Oof.
16, and I'm like, what? How does
Sounds
that
like
even?
we might be dealing with a possibly unethical dentist.
Yeah. That happened to me one time.
Oh, really? They're like, you have
I swear I did.
194 cavities.
This is a joke because
No, it's true.
But I'm gonna tell you the joke though. 'Cause
Okay.
She's like, so I told the story about
my
how
God.
many years ago out here I went to the dentist.
Yeah.
And
You went to a
when
celebrity dentist.
I did go to a celebrity dentist.
Okay.
I was working for the show Extreme Makeover,
Okay.
and they were giving this deal out for whitening. So a lot of us went there, and during the general exam, the dentist, not the celebrity dentist, but
Yeah.
one of his trainees,
Sure.
goes, well, let's just do a general exam, and then he goes, you have 13 cavities. And I was like, I have 13 cavities? He's like, yeah, do you want to get them filled? And I'm like, well, I don't know, man. This is kind of a lot to take in right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Doing them all at once.
Yeah,
right
they're
now?
like, it'll be like $5,600. You just want to just take it down right now. I'm like, what?
Just.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
a PA? I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
So I was like, just let me fucking think about it. And so
Right.
I go to another dentist, and he's like, you don't have any cavities. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah,
Dude.
whoever told you that was full of shit. So
Yeah.
is this whole thing like
I have a
6
similar
months
story,
later,
but yeah.
6 months later, she was
See?
like, you know what happened to me one time? I went to the dentist, and they was like, you have 13 cavities. And then I went to another dentist, and he was like, no, you don't.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's my story. That's what happened to me.
I will tell you what happened
And
to
she was
me.
like, no.
No, it didn't happen to me because I had dental insurance for the first time in my life. Ask
Okay.
my friend Eric. He will back up my story.
I want Eric to weigh in on this.
He will.
I want him
because
to weigh in on this.
I went because I had dental insurance, and I went to some scumbag who was
Okay.
like, you have like a lot of cavities. And then
Okay.
I went to my Hungarian dentist in the Valley,
There you go.
who's now
remember that
retired.
guy. I remember that
yeah,
guy.
igen. Ish. Igen. And he said, this guy is a fucking liar,
Yeah.
a scumbag.
It's a țigan.
Igen,
It's a
hatas a
țigan,
rohat
Dennis.
țigan.
A rohat țigan.
You have no cavities. This is
Dude.
bullshit.
Isn't that amazing? I once saw a doctor that was supposedly like a specialist for dwarves because we little people often have like respiratory problems. It's just kind of we're like pugs,
Yeah.
you know, like we just kind of we can't breathe. So
I never knew that.
I went to see this doctor and he goes and this is back when I was like 10, and he goes like, oh, you have like severe like respiratory problems, like we need to like prep you for surgery like in the
God.
next 2 weeks or
Your
else
parents are like-
or else you could die like in your sleep. And he's saying this to my mom, and my mom's like freaking out, and she calls my dad, and my dad's like, hold on, I got a friend, 1 second. We go and we see the friend who's also an ear, nose, and throat doctor, and he just looks and goes, you're fine. I don't know what the fuck.
Wow.
And like we were like prepped for surgery like the next week, and it's like, what would he have done? Just cut my throat and look in and go, we're good. Charge him. Like,
Yeah.
is that like? There's people out there that
In
do that
in the
shit.
dental world, it's much more common. You know?
Yeah.
But this kind of shit, that
That's
sounds
not cool.
terrifying.
Yeah, that's like a whole and
It's like Brad needs a lung transplant. We're gonna have to do it today.
he's saying things that you can't even have.
Yeah,
like,
you're
he needs a new frontal lobe.
Oh
That's the cause of the dwarfism. He has a bad frontal lobe,
It's
so we have to replace that.
$150,000.
Yeah. So if you can just
God
make that to
damn.
cash,
Are you guys
that'd
ready?
be great.
Ready to do it? Let's do it.
We're ready.
God.
Scumbag. That's crazy.
Yeah, but you have nice teeth, and
Thank you.
yeah, keep them.
You do.
Keep them in your mouth.
Have you ever had? So you have braces? Any weird dental things?
Yeah, I didn't lose my baby teeth for the longest time, so they had to pull 12 teeth at once.
Were there a lot of little people jokes associated with this?
I haven't even thought of that. Yeah, I didn't lose my baby teeth, or as I call them, teeth. Yeah, so they had to yank all of them at once, and they had to give me a lot of laughing gas.
Wow, they had to yank them.
Yeah.
Remember how old you were?
Oh, this was basically between the ages of 8 and 12. I had a lot of dental
That's
trauma.
Oh, so you did have a lot of dental issues.
Yeah. And, then,
And that is common?
not for dwarves, just for me. But if you look at my dad's mouth, you're like, yeah, I get it.
Does he have dad mouth?
He's got like, he looks like one of those. He looks like the part of the Bugs Bunny sketch where Bugs throws a grenade into his mouth and like shuts his mouth and then just
Really?
like, yeah, that's what his mouth looks like.
All fucked up.
Yeah, just all fucked up. But like they're all there, but they're all at different angles.
Wow.
You know, and
He's never addressed it.
no,
No.
you know, why would you do that?
I was saying that, but because we talk about dad mouth, like just how like if you think about your dad or
Yeah.
dads in general, I'm talking about like dads of people our age.
Yeah.
You're never like, oh, he's got a really nice mouth. It's usually like kind of
Smelly.
decaying and like, yeah. I mean, I'll see my dad and be like, hey, he's visiting and meet you for lunch, and I'll just walk up to him, give him a hug, and I'm like, have you brushed your teeth today? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, it smells terrible right now. He's like, really? I go, yeah. Are you serious? And he's like, yeah. I go, dude, eat a mint, eat something.
Dude, yeah, just do.
Like, I think it's just his mouth
But
is
it
rotting.
smells like morning mouth all the time. Like
Yeah.
dad mouth is like what your morning mouth is.
Yeah, it's true.
All the time.
I think they've just gotten to full don't give a fuck.
That's it.
true.
Full.
Well, because you see that with
Sexless.
like clothes.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like, you'd be like, are you wearing that out, Dad? He's like, yeah. Why? I don't care.
Yeah, no one's touching his dick.
Yeah, it is about dick touches.
It's definitely.
If you're trying to get someone to touch your dick, your standard of fashion,
Yeah.
hygiene, everything
yeah.
is way higher.
And
Once
if you're totally tapped out, it's
yeah,
like, yeah.
Why would I do anything?
It's all for these dick touches.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of dick touches,
Yeah.
Forrest.
Okay.
So we're talking about whether or not it's unethical to
Yeah.
sleep with somebody who's not on your mental level. We're like, well, at a certain point, obviously,
Yeah.
it's like you would have judgment and
Let's be
intellectual skills.
specific. here.
Right, okay.
Specifically mentally retarded, right?
Okay.
Mentally
Because like,
challenged.
all right, because I'm trying to think of like not Forrest Gump, but what was
Slingblade?
Not Slingblade. What was what's
you
her
fuck this
name?
guy?
She did. The movie was called The Other Sister.
Juliette Lewis.
Yes, her.
Yeah.
In that movie.
So she was like, yeah, she was with it kind of.
Who is it?
Juliette Lewis and the other sister.
Yeah.
She plays like a mentally challenged woman.
Right.
But she's not like Life Goes On
Right.
challenged. She's like,
what's it called? The Other Sister?
Yeah.
So I think if you're in that spectrum,
yeah, that's
cool.
You
know, but once you get to the point where it's like, where it's like drool once for yes, like you know what I mean,
right.
Once you get to that level, it's like,
no,
all right.
Okay. Now, what about Forrest Gump? Like, was Jenny ethical or unethical?
I think Jenny was fine.
Yeah,
I think that was fine.
He's not on the level,
Yeah.
right? But he's sweet and sincere, and
he has genuine love for this woman. Now,
does, yeah.
you could almost say that she was unethical because he loved her so much, not the actual physical part of it, but because it's like
But
she
could take advantage of him.
She did take
Well,
advantage
that's what
of
I'm
him.
saying, though. So
Yeah.
is that unethical? It's like
I don't think in that situation it was. I think like and that's the thing. There's a spectrum, and where are you on that spectrum? And like I said, if
I'll tell you, but that puzzle thing.
if I don't even know what that was.
What was that?
That was from the Other Sister.
Oh, that was Giovanni Ribisi, who plays the boyfriend.
Oh, you really love this movie.
I mean, come on, it's mentally challenged people fucking, and it's a movie.
Now,
is this
it? Is this the opening?
Is that a song?
Yeah. Oh shit, you're right.
Oh, that's
loves it. He was-
Savage Garden.
Ear to ear.
Let's see if they're talking
Now,
here.
is it?
Dad, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I like
a
that
real.
one song where she sings.
That yeah.
I'm gonna
When someone
love
goes,
you
yeah, it's like
like nobody's loved you.
Yeah.
Come rain or
Okay.
come shine.
yeah. I mean,
She's got a nice voice.
she
Now,
seems off.
The
but
thing is,
would you fuck this guy?
Down there.
I mean,
That's yeah.
is that wrong?
Father.
well, he's creepy. Slingblade
creepy as
character.
shit.
Yeah, see, the creepy thing disturbs me more than the mental acumen.
Yeah.
The guy just sounds like he's like, yeah, you want to get in that van? Mm-hmm. I got some duct tape for you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
we
this
can just
would
sit
not
down
be-
and watch episodes of 2020 together.
This guy would not be giving you neck kisses. So.
No, that's like a Lenny from Mice and Men. Like
Yeah.
you just think he's gonna fuck the back out of something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just blows out.
Now, is it politically incorrect for actors to play mentally challenged people? Are we done with that?
Well, see, and now there was just this article as we're recording this, where someone got in trouble today because they're getting cast to play a gay person and they're not gay.
Oh boy.
Right.
And I'm thinking like, all right,
Big thing with like trans, you can't play. You're not supposed to
yeah,
play
the
trans.
Scarlett Johansson thing.
Yeah, she tapped out of the movie.
Yeah, it's like I get that. All right, when John Wayne was playing Genghis Khan,
Yeah.
that was fucked up. All right, when he was like, "Oh, we're gonna go over there and get some Mongols." Like, yeah, all right,
Yeah.
that's wrong. When was it Mickey Rooney or Andy Rooney? I think Mickey Rooney. One of the Rooney guys. He played a Chinese person in I think it was 16 Candles.
No, it was the Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
That
Right.
shit was horrific.
That was pretty
That's
bad.
awful.
That was horrific, and he
Yeah.
did it with buck teeth in.
Yeah, and the glasses.
that are like
Yeah, that was
back.
the miso sorry. That's where that came
And
from.
he's like, pack the cataract.
Yeah.
He said cataract on the street.
Yeah.
yeah, that's bad. But like,
But back then they were like, this is one of the best comedic performances. They're like, this is fantastic.
well, I mean, yeah. Some movies don't hold up. You know,
Yeah.
Dumbo is a prime example. But like, yeah,
Big
so,
words.
Yeah.
so like, yeah, that is completely egregious. But when you have people like, It's called acting. You're playing someone you're not. So now, like, are we only allowed to have people that are like, oh, well, he's an accountant. Well, you can't get a fake accountant.
Right.
You need. How dare you not use an actual accountant? There's real accountants out there that could use that part. No, it's acting.
The bullshit part of it too, to me, like the Scarlett Johansson thing. Which
what happened? I don't know what happened.
So Scarlett Johansson signed on to play this. I think it's based on a real story.
Yeah.
About a trans person, right?
Yeah.
And so there was this huge backlash, like. You're using a cisgender woman to play this trans part.
Yeah.
There are plenty of trans women out there. But here's my big beef with this. There's a fucking fly here.
Yeah.
Additionally to the, let's say, well, why can't, I mean, it like Brad's saying, it's an actor. So I get why you're saying get the authentic person to play it. How about the business side of this? Whereas people buy tickets to see Scarlett Johansson. Guess what? There is not somebody currently in the trans space who is as big of a draw as Scarlett. And I know the argument can be, well,
a good movie's a good movie.
And like, they just need more opportunities like this. Okay, but the people who want to make this movie are betting on, hey, if we can have a movie star play the part, we can recoup this investment.
You can have this hot, gorgeous, big-titted beast playing this part. And I would love to see her play a trans.
Yeah.
That would be so interesting.
To some degree, even some people were getting mad at The Rock in that Tower movie.
They did, absolutely.
Yeah, because he had one leg. He it's like, and some people are like, well, you couldn't find an actor who actually has one leg? It's like,
maybe not.
No.
But not The Rock.
Right.
The Rock is the most bankable movie star on the planet right now.
This movie would not have fucking debuted the way it did.
And by the way, if you're a person, and like, I'll say this from my perspective, okay? Because there's been times when, all right, the guy who played the dwarf in The Lord of the Rings, not a dwarf. All the dwarves in Snow White and the Huntsman, not dwarves. All right, they got, they did on the most recent Willy Wonka the Chocolate Factory, the one with Johnny Depp. Deep Roy is a dwarf, but they just cloned him a bunch of times, and rather than using other dwarf actors, it's like, I would have an opportunity to be mad about that. But if you told me right now that like Chris Hemsworth was playing a dwarf, I'd be like, awesome. That's a great representation for my people.
Yeah.
So like The Rock, it's like, if I wanted a representation of people's prosthetics, who wouldn't want to go for The Rock? Because the people who are missing limbs, the only famous one we know about you right now is Oscar Pistorius. He killed his wife or his girlfriend or whatever the fuck. So that's what we have. That's in our minds about you. So why not the fucking Rock?
In their defense, a lot of people who were missing limbs. Were super supportive of that movie because I saw a couple things and they were like, "Oh, it's awesome," and The Rock's awesome, like representing us like that. But of course, people want to get mad about everything anyway.
Yeah, I think now people have this sort of thing where, and I hate it because there are people that have legit causes to be angry, to be upset, to be offended, and I think. But right now, there's some sort of weird group mentality where if you aren't offended by something, you feel like you're not included. You're like, oh my god, I'm not part of the cool kids. All the cool kids are getting mad about this thing. I should be mad about this thing, or you're searching for your thing, whatever that is. And it's like or you could have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I think so too. It's a groupthink thing to get on board. People aren't really thinking.
No,
that's
they just want to be offended for the sake of being offended.
So lame.
Speaking of your Akurva Istanbul's history, your tribe, do you know that Hungary has abolished gender studies?
Did I mention my tribe is the most sympathetic to everybody? And
at the beginning of the week, Hungarian universities received 24 hours from the Ministry of Human Capacities and the Ministry of Justice to comment on a proposed amendment which declares that no gender study courses can be launched in the future.
All right.
Wow.
Some people move forward and they're just like, no.
No, thank you with your queer shit. We don't want this bullshit.
They said it's an ideology, not a science.
Yeah.
So they're going to do away with it.
All right.
You know what I will say in defense of my people? They don't like what they don't like. They don't want it. Get the fuck out.
Jews.
Jews, Albanians, Gypsies, Muslims,
I love that you led with Jews.
That's like
It's true. We killed a lot of
and
Jews.
they
The Hungarians
re-elected
did.
a guy who had a pretty openly anti-Semitic philosophy.
Yeah.
All right.
He's like, they're a problem. And a lot of people in Hungary were like, this guy makes a lot of sense. I don't know,
So true.
Yeah.
We're
I mean, Jews,
openly-
right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
It's true.
yeah, like we can't really talk shit in America with our current situation. But
God.
yeah, I totally.
But that's what I'm saying. At least the Hungarians are open about being, racist and wanting to keep everything the way
Hey.
they like it. Hey,
You know what,
you
though?
Don't like it? Get the fuck out.
I'm a fan, and this is the thing that when someone takes this next statement out of context, this will end my career.
Oh, cool. Say it on our show. I love it.
Yeah, I'm a fan of someone overtly being a racist.
That's what I'm saying.
Just because then it's like, oh, you're racist.
You suck.
I should avoid you.
That's right.
So like, yeah, wear your Klan robes everywhere, so I can be
Right.
like, oh, not talking to you.
Exactly.
The worst is when you talk with someone and you gel with someone and you're friends with someone and like, oh my God, this is a great person. And then they slip in the comment where they're like, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's great that we get to hang out here, but this place really gone to shit since they started letting the blacks in. Yeah. That's when you go, oh, that did not know that about you.
Yeah.
And now you're shocked. Like, no, I'm a fan. If you're a fucking racist, be a racist all the time.
Yeah.
So we can all just be like, oh, okay. So
be open.
Yeah.
Then
So
don't live in Hungary. That's the point.
yeah. Do that.
You don't like it? Don't go down.
It's like the people are like, he won't make me a cake for my gay wedding. It's like, is that the only baker in town?
Don't go there.
Yeah.
There's other bakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone was like, I'm not making a cake for your midget wedding, I'd be like, okay, I don't want to give you money.
Next. But the problem now is that the logic
please,
is
please let me give you money.
Yeah.
right?
the
They're
logic,
fighting to give the racist money.
Right now, the logic is that
Yeah.
I'm unhappy with what the outside doesn't match my insides. Let's
Yeah.
change the outside. It's like you're never going to stop bullying. You're
Right.
never going to stop racism.
Never.
It's like trying to stop the wind. Like
Yeah.
people are fucking crazy and dumb in this world.
Yeah,
Like,
because
what are you going to do?
Because before we had Mexicans and blacks, we hated the Irish.
Oh, that's true.
And it's like, how could
the Irish?
Like, we all hated the Irish at one point, where they're like, fucking Mahulahan, he's the reason why I'm not successful in life.
So weird.
Like,
isn't it?
we'll find a way. There's dwarves, no joke. There's dwarves that hate other dwarves.
What's that all about?
Yeah, why do they hate him?
Fuck if I know. Like, they're oh my God, but it's like
They
they're
hate on.
well, like
why? Like what do they say?
it's just like their type of dwarfism is like fucked up, or like they shouldn't receive the benefits of certain things because they're a healthier dwarf, like that. So it's like, oh, we need funding, we need attention because we're so fucked up. He has hypochondroplasia. He's not very fucked up, so he shouldn't get anything. Like, it's that kind of shit.
That's nice.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, you're never going to stop this.
I know. You can't.
Never. You can't.
You have to accept that the world is full of assholes and
Yes.
people that just want to complain about everything.
Yeah.
I actually have an example of one right here.
Okay.
Well, I'll just play a moment for you, and then we can talk about it.
All right.
You can't professionally rape someone!
Mike Tyson did. Don't be crying, kid. Wait, show me your chicken.
Okay.
Wait,
so
what is she
here-
saying?
Here is the setup. Okay.
I heard rape at some
This
point.
is at Cafe Gratitude. These
Okay.
are animal rights activists
Okay.
that are basically.
All three of them.
Yeah, this is. So they're
Crowds.
talking about the fact
There were many people, so many people.
that they're
Biggest
claiming
crowd
that
ever.
artificial insemination of livestock is rape.
No.
Something that Cafe Gratitude, the vegan cafe,
Yeah.
owners are doing on their private farm in Hawaii. So this is like the setup here, okay?
How good is your life that you have to be like, out of all, we got vets that can't get the correct mental health care. We got racist things going on. We've got genocides going on in other parts of the world. And you're like, I think artificially inseminating cows, that's my hill.
That's your
That's
house.
what I'm dying on.
Does that want to find something, man?
Yeah, like, so I would love for these protesters to hang out with some of like the Black Lives Matter protesters and just compare stories.
Anything else?
Or anything else. Just like, oh, you're here because you want more funding for cystic fibrosis? That's nice. You want to know what they're doing to cows?
Yeah. They're artificially inseminating. They're raping them.
They're raping cows.
These psychos, these three psychos
There's,
right here.
you know, Cletus is off going, that ain't rape. I'll show you raping a cow.
For sure.
Exactly.
Fucking A.
These three fuckers are a protest. They have a megaphone, and they're yelling at Cafe Gratitude about they're saying, you know, any type, what is it? Rape is not love. You can't compassionately rape someone. As they say that guy walking the dog says, Mike Tyson did. And then he said Kobe Bryant did, and then he goes to somebody else, I think, or maybe the camera guy says, "Show him your." No, he says, "Show him your chicken." I don't know who he's talking, but here's the whole thing again, and then it goes on.
You can't compassionately rape someone!
Mike Tyson did. Kobe Bryant did. Wait, show me your chicken.
Show him your chicken?
I don't know what that's.
Oh, and there's a woman in a cow suit.
Yeah, and I
Or a
don't know
cow
who
mask.
he's talking about with the. But here it continues. It continues.
Oh boy.
Did you just make a rape
She's
joke?
still on the megaphone.
You with the blue shirt! You smug a-hole! Who makes a joke about raping women?
I don't know. Sarah Silverman had a few good rape.
Yeah, some dandies.
A lot of female comics, actually.
Yeah.
Plenty of great rape jokes out there.
There's some solid ones. You got to give them credit. Yeah, there's some good ones.
He made a pretty good one. I don't know.
I mean, that
pretty
was
funny.
I mean, for just a pedestrian walking by a
Yeah.
protest, that was solid.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and
Here and try to rape my 6 foot, 200 pound ass!
She says, "Come try to rape my 6 foot, 200-pound ass."
And
Come here and try to rape my 6 foot, 200
how much more ridiculous could this be?
oh, does it go on?
You know, and I know where this cafe isn't. This in Santa Monica?
Venice. I think of Venice.
Do you know what that is?
Oh.
It's like blocks from the beach. It's a nice
Yeah.
day. The sun's shining,
Right.
and
I
she's
know.
doing this shit.
Imagine you're like this guy. You just got off your bike or something, and you're like, "I'm gonna go have lunch," and then someone's on a megaphone like, "Try to rape me."
Go to the beach, lady. Take
See,
a load off.
That, and here's one of the people who I blame in these situations is the boyfriend or spouse, or whoever of these women, who because if my wife came to me and said, "Oh, I'm gonna go protest today," I'd be like, "Oh, like cool. What are you protesting?" Did you know that they're artificially inseminating cows and that's rape?
Jesus Christ.
And I'd be like, yeah, you're not going outside today. You're no.
Just stay in bed.
Let's just Netflix and chill today.
Yeah.
Let's go get some
That's-
cookies.
That's what Tom and I always talk about. Like if I started grief dancing or wearing patchouli or
Yeah.
any of these behaviors, I'd be like, would you leave me? And he's like, of course, without question.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's literally why
That
you
is
have
love.
a spouse.
Love is
to
me
where they
leaving
can
you.
check you.
Yeah.
My wife has checked me many times. I'm like, you're not wearing that. That's
Well,
dumb.
That's a minimum level.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
you're not
that's
wearing
bare minimum. Not like a belief system where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna spend a gorgeous day in Venice protesting the artificial insemination
Yelling at a
of
vegan
cows.
cafe.
Yeah. By the way, it's a vegan cafe.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Hold on.
Did you just make a rape joke? Those women sound like Vince McMahon. Did you just make a rape joke? He's gonna puke.
So crazy.
I want that to be my ringtone. Who makes a joke?
Well, and that's another thing too with these social justice warriors. It's like she's taking it out of like, do you know what I mean? Like
He didn't
just-
say rape was good.
No.
He's saying like, hey,
fucking
actual rapes were committed.
Yeah.
And you're not mad about those?
Yeah.
You're mad about the fake cow rape?
He's making kind of a dad joke, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like, I mean, it's not whatever. It's not great, but it's not
For like a non-comedian
a
to just walk
culture
by.
reference, right? He's like,
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant did, and
They still are. Everyone's still cooking careers.
Yeah.
In the public eye, no
Yeah.
problems there.
Right.
No, I know.
So it's like you.
I know. It
were
is
pissed
kind of
about-
funny about what gets like people who get careers taken down now.
Yeah.
For like jokes, and they're like,
You're like,
Kobe Bryant
Yeah.
settled a rape charge.
Right. Mike Tyson went to jail for raping someone.
Yeah.
Legitimately. And people were like, yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, but they paid their debt to society.
True.
But Aziz Ansari,
Yeah.
he's going down.
He
all
fucked some girl with his fingers.
Oh, that's right. God, that's the most embarrassing part of that whole thing.
Totally
Is the throat fucking.
Yeah.
Ugh, just
like-
a bad lay.
It's weird what you're choosing to take down.
Yeah.
And
So arbitrary.
and that's what I mean is that there's many legitimate horrific things that are happening in this world that we should shine a spotlight on and
Yeah, we
should
don't.
work to fix. And then there's this.
I think because there's some stuff that's just takedownable, like
Yeah.
the Aziz Ansari thing. It's like that's an attainable shaming goal.
Mhm.
Whereas like the Mike Tyson and the Kobe Bryant, like you're not gonna do shit, lady. Your protest doesn't matter.
Why?
What?
Because Kobe could still make a 3.
There you go. There's too much money involved.
Somebody
in
was
his
saying,
career.
the Make You Come guy?
Yeah.
The I'll Make You Come.
Yeah. How can I forget? Go ahead.
Wait, I don't even know this story,
You
and I'm
know
laughing.
that guy. Play it for Brad. He doesn't know the dude.
What's
I'll make you come.
He wants to throw up. No, you gotta
what's
see
that? What's the context
You
of
gotta
that?
see
So
him.
this
You're gonna
guy
die.
makes
So
videos
gross.
Yeah.
where first of all, he really does a nice job of framing himself up. And he posts these constantly.
He's a good cinematographer, at least.
Yeah. He posts these
He's
constantly.
so nasty.
Yeah.
One of these guys that like posts this a daily video where he's like, I'd like to have some pussy in my face. and then talks about how good of a lover he is. And so we found
So
like a
gross.
bunch of his videos. Like this is him.
I'd like to have a woman in my home that I can make love to.
What's he watching? I'm trying to like.
Oh, that's Rachel Maddow.
It's Rachel Maddow.
Oh.
They get
It
themselves
is
off
Maddow.
and then, oops, they don't care about their partner.
So he's like, I'm not like that.
See, this is when I see this. That's when I'm like, yeah, Minority Report had it right. We should just be sending the van to his house. Be
Yeah.
like, yeah, we're picking you up. I haven't done anything. You will.
You're gonna.
You will. you're gonna do some shit.
Yeah. What? And we're like, well, you probably
Eh,
are.
we're like 99.9% sure.
We saw the videos.
Yeah, you're gonna do something.
Oh, I'll make you come.
Right? It's kind of
Last
creepy.
lady 10, 15 times before I even went boom once.
Ugh. Ugh.
Before I went boom.
Boom. Yeah.
Which is Brad.
I
you've-
doubt it's a boom.
You've dated women before. Is that the
Yeah.
tactic to get the ladies?
Well,
would you say?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I just walk up to him and go, I'll make you come. I'll make you come a lot before I go boom.
Ew, I really just puked in my own throat just
So
then.
he
He's
I,
so
I have that effect on
Not you.
Oh,
He's
okay.
done a lot of these. Okay, just
all the same.
took his teeth out for this
What
one.
have you? There should be somebody out there that wants to hook up just for sex. I wish I could find me a rich woman. Older, younger, whatever.
Older, younger, whatever.
I hope older, because looking at him, you're like, yeah, you don't deserve.
No, he doesn't deserve
then-
anything. What
and
does
then
he
He
deserve?
put his
You're
teeth in
lucky guy.
here.
He
Okay.
can have anybody he wants.
Oh, he's got a goatee now.
Think he really wants you?
He's got to get a soul patch for the next one.
But somebody wrote
he put his
in.
teeth in.
I was watching the I'll Make You Come guy, and I noticed his nose and how it's crooked as it goes towards the right side of his face. Clearly, it's been broken. I'd like to think it's been broken from him talking this way to women in public.
Yeah, me too.
And the women
so.
or her hot black guy that fucks and fucks good decided to smack him around. And this might be why he says things to his camera now, Nolan.
Yeah,
I mean, you might be
it's a good-
right.
strong theory.
Yeah.
strong theory.
Strong
and
theory.
Very. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
This can't work. I
No.
mean, he can't be
No.
pulling anything, right?
No.
Or there's one or two savages out there that like.
Or if he does, it's like. It's like, all right, but then at the same time, we say it can't work, but then there's women that date serial killers.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So it's like there's
true.
nothing. nothing can really surprise me anymore. And yet there's some people that are single, like good people.
I know.
That's the amazing part
And
to me.
this psycho is making his videos, and it's always the same thing over and over and over.
We'll find out that he married one of my 600-pound life women.
That'd be great.
That'd be great.
Symbiotic.
I just want a woman to sit on my face. Challenge accepted. Let's see if you come out of this one alive.
But why would you make a video without your teeth in? That's the craziest.
Because, it's smoother ride.
That's the craziest
Christine.
part.
It just it also
Christina,
hasn't.
sorry.
It has.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were doing it on purpose.
No, I did on accident.
Damn it.
We do it on purpose sometimes. Just
Oh,
so
really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's some people that have been in our lives for like more than a decade who are like, "How's Christine?" And I'm like, "She's good."
Joey Diaz is calling me Christine for.
Well, at least I stopped myself.
No,
I
you
go,
did good. You did great.
Yeah, but also good for you for not getting mad, because I hate those people that like their name is Brittany, but they spell it with like 3 T's or something.
Yeah.
And then they get mad at you when you're like, oh, Britta. And you're like, what? Yeah, excuse me.
You know that about 3 T's and Brittany.
There you go.
That's
Did you
my
do
name
it?
is
I'm a
Brittany.
princess.
With 3 T's.
My daddy loves me. Princess.
3 T's and a heart instead of a dot before the I.
I'm Brittany.
This folder, I haven't seen this here, but it says.
Is it a barf video? I
No.
will fucking throttle you.
God.
Yeah, because you've gagged like twice
I don't
already
like
on this.
barf videos.
Yeah.
Ugh.
We played one earlier and she got really. Oh, this says racist dog owner. So here's the deal, man. My slut wife and I recently adopted a Chihuahua puppy.
Okay.
I feel like it's very important that this dog stay connected with its cultural roots. Therefore, we have been teaching the dog commands in Spanish.
I'm going to laugh at this. This is going to be so great.
Despite not really speaking or knowing any Spanish myself.
Siéntate!
Friends and family think we are strange for doing this, but I strongly believe that not training a dog this way makes you a racist piece of shit.
Good point.
Why should you have the right to whitewash your dog's heritage? I'd like to hear your opinions on this, since Todd is half Mexican or something like that.
Yeah, no.
And Christine can weigh in as well, despite her opinion being tainted with white privilege. Thanks.
Wow.
Love
And
the broadcast.
cisgendered.
Piss
Yeah.
on me, beat me. I need to get fucked a lot, man. Chris. All right.
You fucking spit.
Well, I have to say, this is genius on this man's part.
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I think you should learn if you have a German Shepherd.
They have those German Shepherds that you can get that were like trained in Germany.
Yeah.
And then they only know commands in German.
Well, now wait a minute.
It's
We have a
amazing.
Belgian dog. The Brussels Griffon is from Belgium.
Ça va, très bien. Maybe that's why it's such a fucking stupid dog. Is because we're speaking it to it in a language
That's
it doesn't
right.
understand.
Doesn't know. But they speak, 4 different languages in Brussels? Because it's like a major hub.
But I mean, French is the dominant language.
Yeah, yeah.
It's clearly, Bitsy needs to be hearing more French.
Oh,
So
I
let's
would
try.
love this.
Let's try tonight. Oui, oui. S'il vous plaît. Mange.
I would love
Manger
this.
mon agneau.
But to me that person's obviously being funny, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not
Talking to its
I'm
dog
hoping-
like this.
Immigrant motherfucker.
Yeah. That's me talking to a dog.
That's so fun.
I lose my goddamn mind.
I
with
mean,
my dog.
You hate them right now.
But see, that's the thing is like racism without evil intent.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Hilarious. Yeah.
Hilarious.
I mean, this dog. What we should. I should teach you a command to teach your Chihuahua. I've been watching El Chapo, the series on Netflix, which is not just in Spanish, but it's all Mexican slang.
Okay.
So maybe teach your dog, siéntate way, like you
Right.
said.
Way.
So way is like it's like dude.
Chale.
Tengo tu comida muy chingón hoy día.
Chingona.
I have to eat something.
Well, it's like I have your food. It's fucking good, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Chingona.
And then just chinga tu madre. You just tell them that could be like when to attack someone.
Yeah.
You just see someone, you go
Chinga tu madre.
Chinga tu madre, and then it runs after them.
I like that.
Yeah, and it's a Chihuahua, so it would be hilarious.
Absolutely.
So you can do it as a joke.
There you go.
Because it's not going to be like, it's not like, if I have a 70-pound pit bull.
You do?
Yeah. So if I said like attack, like I could legitimately like terrify someone.
Jesus Christ.
Is your dog trained like that?
No, not at all. He's the sweetest thing ever. So like he would never do it, but like now I'm tempted to just like walk up to people and like, Diego, kill, and like have someone like freak the fuck out because you would.
Oh my God, I'm
He's
afraid
massive.
of him.
Yeah,
he's massive.
He's massive. He's the best. Fuck. He's just. I mean, granted, it's me, so he's massive to me.
That's right.
Yeah. That's
like we see him and it looks like our dog. We're like, it's not massive at all.
What's a saddle doing on him? How do you think I got here? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We actually got the dog. My wife got the dog when I was in Houston, Texas. So I wasn't even there.
Really?
Yeah.
How long ago?
This is like a month and a half ago. So
you just got this dog?
Yeah, it's a new dog. Yeah, I mean new dog in that it's.
And his name is Diego?
Yeah, Diego.
Diego.
And is it a rescue or?
Yeah. They found him chained to a church in Compton. My dog's thug life.
Yeah,
that's rad.
But he's the sweetest dog, and like I feel weird telling these stories because I know Bill Burr had that bit where it's like his wife got the dog, also got a pit bull while he was out,
Yes.
and then he was nervous like coming home to the dog. But yeah, so I had to come home to the dog like really scared because I'm like I'm walking. So I had like my wife come out with the dog on a leash and like meet me outside the house, and then I walk with the dog. And then I walk the dog into the house, so it's like, all right, I'm a dude,
I'm
right?
taking you in. Yeah.
I'm fucking alpha. And then the dog immediately got in the house, just turned around, and then jumped on me and started like licking my face. And I'm like, all right, love the dog.
That's
It's
adorable, and it has no hostility from being. Oh,
none.
That's good.
It's the best. That and like when a midget walks a pit bull, everyone just goes like, that midget knows something. Like that's a.
Isn't there a reality show about that?
Yeah, I was on it. That's the weirdest
You
part.
were
What?
Yeah.
Pit boss, right?
Pit boss. Yeah.
You were on Pit Boss?
Yeah, I did a roast of Shorty Rossi.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. So what was one of the jokes? Fuck. Something about he likes pit bulls because his head looks like a pit bull testicle. I don't know.
Do you find that certain
lines.
cultures of people react to you differently? Like, I don't know, the same cultures that are wowed by magic?
I had a joke in my act that different races respond to me.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, and it's true. Where
It is true, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
So, like,
Tell
give us
me.
some insight. Yeah.
All right, and all right. I'm essentially gonna do my joke, but at the same time, it's real.
It's real. Okay.
So white people are very like when their kid stares at me, the kid's curious. The parent is horrified.
Right.
It's like and they like grab the kid's head and like violently turn the kid's head away
Right.
and stuff like that. And that's to me that's a bummer because it's like you're trying to tell the kid like this person doesn't exist. Don't acknowledge.
Right.
My favorite, and if people are like, well, then what should we do? My favorite thing ever that a parent did is literally walk their kid up to me and say, "Hello, sir. This is my son. He's not quite sure why you're smaller, but I wanted to come and say hi to you, so he knows that you're just another human being." And I went, "Thank you.
That's nice.
Thank you for doing that." Because then I got to talk to the kid, and people think
How old was the kid?
the kid was like 5 or 6.
I thought you'd be like, it's 15.
I could have gone with the joke and be like 27, but and people freak out about their kids because they think they have to make up these magical stories for their children. Like, oh, well, the tooth fairy came, and when the tooth fairy shrinks down teeth, they got some dust on that guy, and then he shrunk.
Yeah.
Like, they think that it's like, no, I literally just tell kids, and when they go, why are you little? I go, all right, you see how that person has blonde hair? You see how that person has black hair? You see how that person has no hair? Yeah, some people are really tall, some people are really short. That's all. And they go, oh, okay.
And that's what you told that like 5 or 6 year old.
And they go, okay. And that's all you need to tell kids is like essentially the truth.
And they're
they
like,
go,
oh yeah,
yeah, all right. And then because that's what they want. They want the truth. They want to learn.
Yeah.
They want you to get some fantasy stories. So yeah, the white parents are always more like, he ate gluten, you know, like,
Right.
and then they like freak out. Mexicans and Latinos in general say shit, but in Spanish. Because they see that I'm obviously a gringo, and so they say shit, but it's like I know all the words for dwarf. So it's like inano, chapalo, chapalito, nanito. Like I know all that shit. So when I hear those little keywords, that's when I go, ¿Qué pasó? You know, and then I'm like, he speaks. And then my favorites are black kids because they just don't give a fuck. But they don't care. They don't care. I've literally had a black kid walk up to me and be like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" It was the greatest thing, and I'm just like, "Yes, awesome, good for you." Dad's right behind him. Yeah, what the hell is wrong with you? I got questions.
Hey, man. Like just asking you straight up, why you short as hell, man?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Genetics, weird.
Jesus Christ, man.
Genetics. I bought crack from that motherfucker.
And straight up like tap and like, look at him.
Yeah.
The clown like pretty.
Yeah. Which I don't like.
That's
like
your
I said,
wheelhouse.
Great.
Yeah, that's your wheelhouse.
Yeah. Say something to
Plus,
me.
you have
say back.
you have an answer for everything when it comes to that.
You must after all your whole life.
Oh, that's why it's always.
Yeah.
That's not what I say. But yeah, like that's when someone like does like a real basic heckle.
Right.
I just kind of look at him like, you really think I've never heard that before?
What's the thing you hear the most?
Oh, so, like a leprechaun joke or something.
And this is in life or on stage?
Both.
Really? On stage?
Oh yeah, I've gotten like, "Where's your pot of gold?" Like,
oh my god,
like from the stage, and I go, "It's at your mom's house after I paid her when I fucked her because she's a whore."
Yeah,
and then like everyone goes nuts, and it's like,
You're like, you think it's my first time?
Yeah, you think like, I'm stumped with the fucking leprechaun heckle. I got nothing.
Well, and then they see your act, and we've talked about you on the show before.
I've heard
one of those comics.
People have tweeted me and said that you guys say very nice things about me on this show.
You
so thank
fucking destroy. Like there is no following Brad Williams, and I know because I did a casino with you like many years ago with Jerry Bednob.
Oh yeah,
like it was fucking terrible. But
yeah,
I mean, I ate a bag of dicks. Jerry did okay, and then you went up, and I was like, "There's no way this guy's gonna salvage this."
Yeah,
and you fucking destroyed. And this is like back. This is before the specials. And
I told this story.
I think this was Sam Manuel.
Do you remember when we did? Do you remember when we did a casino?
Yeah, was it Calusa Casino?
Might have been. Yeah,
yeah. Up in like
it was you, me. I think Jay Larson.
No, was it Larson or was it? Fuck, what's his name?
No, it was Larson. Larson was there.
You're right, it was Larson.
Yeah, and the guy was like, "Hey, Brad, what do you want these guys to do?" I was like, "Excuse me, we're booked on the show." And he was like, "What?" Like, he's like, "Yeah, Brad's been here before." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but like, Brad didn't bring us. Like, we got booked to do the show." And he was like, "So you'll do 10 and you'll do 10 and Brad will take care of the rest." We're like, "Hold on a second, man." And completely dismissive of us, like of Jay and I. He was like,
by the way, I didn't tell that guy to do that. Okay?
Oh, I 100% know.
Okay. I just want that to be clear.
And you're also one of the nicest people.
Well, that's why everybody is happy for your success.
Yeah,
is because when you're a dick in your success, everyone's like,
yeah,
you can't wait till he fucking falls on his face. But everybody is thrilled for your success because you're a good guy.
Oh,
you know?
Thanks, man. Yeah,
it's been fun to watch.
That was a great show because like you look back at that show, you're like, oh, those are all like. Yeah, back at that time we weren't, but in terms of like they talk about like the draft class, the quarterback class of 1983 with like Jim Kelly, John Elway, like
it was a great show.
Like it's that kind of thing where you're like, oh, all these guys like went on to do like fucking amazing things.
And before I forget, Brad and I did the Degenerates together on Netflix.
Yes, we did.
Fuck yeah!
So that'll be coming
out in the fall, I think.
Sometime, and I don't know if they're calling it the Degenerates or not for sure, but something like that.
Yeah, it's me, you, it's
you two,
Joey
a couple
Diaz,
other pieces of shit did it.
Big J Okerson, Yamanika Sanders, and Liza Trank. Trainer.
That's
Lisa
right.
Traeger.
Yeah.
Traeger.
Yeah.
Traeger. Sorry.
Yeah, dude, this guy
Hot.
though.
Thank you.
This guy was like, he was like, Brad, you want
No,
to,
'cause
do
he's
you want him to go
fucking-
first? I was like, dude, what the fuck? He's like, well, you guys know, like, you're not closing the show, and we're like, okay,
They're like, yeah,
fine. And he's
yeah, but you
like-
don't have to keep reminding
Yeah.
us that.
He's like, yeah, this is Brad's show. We're like, motherfucker,
You're
I
like,
know.
So you're gonna pass the ball to Kobe, right? Like you're gonna.
Yeah, he was
But then these douchebags in your audience, I mean, they have to just be eating it after, you know what I mean? Like the guy that yells out the leprechaun thing.
Oh,
and you're like, dude.
No one turns to that person and goes, "Great heckle,
Yeah.
fucking great job,
Amazing.
You really, yeah, you really made the show." But like that never happens.
So sorry, and I interrupted you because I'm curious to
You're
hear
fine.
about your life too. So what other things do people say to you that's like so lame and old
Jeez.
and like you hear every day?
I mean, like the leprechaun thing's pretty constant. Now that I'm married, we get questions a lot. Like strangers will just walk up to me and my wife because my wife's not a dwarf.
Hey, let me ask
And-
you something, man.
Yeah. Like they've got questions. Like they
like what?
Like everyone wants to know how we met. Like everyone's just like how'd that happen?
Like in public, yeah, like you
Yeah.
can't hang out. or-
Yeah, because it's like I know what they're thinking. They're like, all right, someone ordered someone.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like this is a weird. Yeah. So and then I have to tell them, and that freaks them out even more. Because
How did you? I don't know how you met.
I met my wife. This is a 100% true story. I was doing a radio gig in San Francisco. I didn't know anyone there. I was living in San Francisco, and
You were living there?
yeah, I
When
was
did you
living
live
there very briefly. I got this rate. I did like 4 years in a row where I did 48 weeks on the road. I was burned out.
Jesus.
Someone said like, "Hey, there's this radio gig in San Francisco. Do you want to be a morning show guy?" I was like, "Yeah. What's the money? Yeah, good, awesome. I'll take it." So I did it just to get off the road. So to start with this show, I knew no one in San Francisco. So we played this game on the show called Tinder or Grinder, where I would flip a coin, and based on what it would land on, I would go on either a Tinder date or a Grinder date.
This is how you fucking met?
Oh my god.
It gets better. So then I did. It did land on a Grinder date one time, and I did go on one Grinder date with a lovely redhead that he insisted that we just call him Ginger Bear. I never got his real name, and he was amazing. He was the best.
You guys hook up or no?
Of course. Yeah. I fucked him. No, it was the weirdest thing because like we told him like, hey, you know, Brad's not gay. Like I'm not gay. Like that's not gonna happen. This is just so I can meet people and meet friends and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. And he paid for everything. And like at the end of the night, I'm like, I should probably just jerk this guy off. Like I should do something.
Yeah.
So then a listener called in and said, okay, you guys do Tinder or Grinder, but have you ever heard of this other app called Thrinder? And we're like, what the hell is Thrinder? And they said, oh, it's Tinder for threesomes. And I'm like, well, obviously I should get on that.
What?
That's an app I should be on.
Say it again.
Tinder. It's not called Tinder anymore, or it's not called Thrinder anymore because Tinder sued them.
Oh, right.
So now it's called Field, Feeld. So yeah, that's what the name of the app is. And so I go, yeah, I'll go on this Thrinder app. That sounds great. And I matched
just for threesomes.
Yeah, and well, you can go on and match with two singles. You can go on as a couple, match with a single.
Oh, I got
Go
you.
on as a single, match with a couple, or you can match with another single and be like, okay, so we gel. So now let's go find a third. So I go on as a single. Like, let's just baby steps. Let's
This
try
is
to,
still for a bit? This is for a radio bit or no?
Well, yeah, this is for a radio bit, but at the same time, in my head, I'm like, I want to get a fucking threesome.
Okay, okay,
So,
okay, yeah. Respect, I respect.
So I went on the app and I matched with a single woman, and we were like, all right, cool, let's meet and make sure we're not psychos. And we met, and we weren't psychos, but we were on that app strictly just for like, let's just hook up. It's a
it's a
sex
hookup
app,
thing,
yeah.
yeah.
And then at the end of the first date, we're like, we can't hook up because there was like something here. There was a connection. Yeah,
No.
and that's my wife.
No.
Wow.
Yep. 2 years after that, I proposed to her.
Wow.
Come on.
Yeah, met her on a threesome
So
app.
you dirty fucking filthy hookers met each other on a whore slut sex app.
Yeah.
Couple of
ended up
Yeah.
couple of sluts.
Yep.
And you ended up finding love.
Yeah. How insane is that?
When sluts find love.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
So do
madness.
you tell black people this whole story when they're asking?
in front of their children? Yes. Yes. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees. Sometimes the birds and the bees want to add a caterpillar.
This shit's a bee!
Yeah, that's how we met.
That's amazing.
It's an insane story. And
that's remarkable.
Yeah, so when people say like, Brad, why'd you settle down? It's just like, because I found a hot Chinese woman that likes three ways. What was I waiting for?
There you go.
Like, what's where you're like, oh, I'm gonna hold off for something better.
So you met her in San Francisco then?
Yeah, met her in San Francisco. I lasted about not like 4 months on the radio show.
How did you get out of the? Don't you have contracts?
Yeah, I paid it off.
You paid off your contract?
Yeah, I was that miserable.
You hated it.
What was the worst part of? Is it the mornings?
Not even the mornings. The worst part is that when you're done with the show, you sit down in a meeting after the show, and some guy who has worked his way up to be program director tells you how to be funny.
Oh,
that's the thing where
Oh, so he's like, here's what you need to be doing.
Yeah, that's the part where I was literally like, I can't do this. I can't have someone who's never been funny in their lives tell me how to be funny. Because at that time I was 12 years in.
And then do you have an agent go make the call for you? Like, he's got to go.
Yeah. I mean, I told the agent, I was like, I'm out. And they're like, it's going to cost you. I'm like, don't care. Don't care. Get me back on the road. Get
So
me
you
back
just
to
write a check to them.
Yeah. I'd say, there, gone.
There you go.
And
how many days a week were you doing it?
5. Yeah. So and it was the morning show. It was 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Was it fun at all? Or no?
No, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. was great.
Oh, you did have fun doing it.
On the show was fantastic. That was a lot of fun. We did a lot of fun bits. The people that were on the show were really talented, and that part was amazing. It's just every other part that sucked. Like afterward, and then finally getting out of all the meetings and show prep at like 3 o'clock, and now you're like, well, it's 3 o'clock. I have about 2 hours to do something, and then I have to go to bed.
That's how long you have to be there?
Well, I mean, because after the show, then you go to a meeting and you run down the bits that work, especially as a new show.
Mm-hmm.
You run down the bits that work, the bits that didn't, and then you plan the show for tomorrow.
Hold on. How do you know it's a radio show? There's no audience that you can actually hear the laughter.
Right.
How do you know what worked and what did not work?
Because the program director is God.
Okay.
And
well, then that's just
thing worked.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, no, I can't do it.
Because you need a live audience. They'll tell you what's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, and we had great reaction on like the phone lines. People would be calling up and be like, "This is amazing. This is great. We haven't heard anything like this before." And then like, "Yeah, that didn't work. That's not what you do in radio." It's like it's a dying medium. So maybe let's not do what is done.
Yeah, how about that's
radio.
not what you fucking do?
Yeah,
in radio.
You fucking do it, stupid bitch.
Bitch.
You fuck. You fuck
And
you.
Fuck you twice more. Okay.
I would love to see two Hungarian people who know Hungarian still fighting English.
Oh man,
that's the best part.
Your mother, queen of whores, God fucks her asshole.
You fuck ass. That's what my mother used to call my stepdad. You fuck ass. Like they make up words.
She prepared me for meeting her mom. She was like, my mom's wild, and I was like, my mom's crazy. She was like, no, my mom's like real. She's pretty nuts, and I was like, sure. And it was like for a month. And then we went to lunch, and she was like, hello. Like when she goes, hi, very nice to meet you. And she turns to Christina, and she goes, I was at Bloomingdale's, and this fucking cunt tried to tell me that I couldn't. I said, fuck you, bitch, and you take it back now. And I was like, at a restaurant, I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
And then
I was so happy, though. I was laughing so hard.
And can I tell you that you're the first man I ever brought home that laughed at that shit, and that's why we're able to be married.
Yeah, but I think, Casey Anthony would tell you that she killed her daughter as she gave you a blowjob.
Right.
That's true. That is the other side of this card.
Yeah. Oh, man. Because you see that and you go, oh, great.
That's why I married him.
There's another broken toy like me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fantastic.
Other guys, not so much. No one else thought it was funny.
Christine, we got an email that says, did Tina take a monster shit? Because she looks lighter. Mac. Did you?
Take a shit.
You look like you took a big shit.
That has to be one of my favorite jokes that you ever did, where you talk about I didn't know I was pregnant, and then you're like, I wanted to take a shit, but it wasn't a shit. Do it, Tom.
It was a baby.
That's
It's one of my favorite.
that show. That show is another show that should be on the Schadenfreude channel.
You're right.
100%.
Now, did you know the other show?
The other show?
What's the other one?
Dude, so we got the TLC app.
Yeah. You got the app, so you
can watch all their shows.
Freak Show on the road.
It's all it is.
Yeah.
It's basically
It is.
the network you're describing.
Yeah.
It's like fucking, it's addiction. It's hoarding. It's I
Right.
weigh 600 pounds. It's I'm 600 pounds and I'm black. Like it'll be combinations of things.
I'm Mormon. I'm
Mormon.
I'm Mormon and 600 pounds. Get
I'm
me out of here.
and I want to marry 3 dwarfs. Yeah, so it's all these things. So, anyways, we're scrolling through. We watched Lost in Transition, which is about people transitioning. Like in the middle of their marriage. Like you guys are 2 years in, and then you go, "I'm a woman."
Wow.
And your wife's like, "What?" So it's those.
Okay.
But anyways, we're scrolling through, and we see. I still didn't know I was pregnant. And we open that up, and this is about people who had gave birth, women who gave birth, didn't know they were pregnant.
Yeah.
And then a second time gave birth and didn't know they were pregnant again. I took another big shit. And I was like, fuck.
Not again.
It's not a big shit again.
I was all, fuck, that's a big shit, huh?
I was like, puto, what is this shit?
That show is basically the plot of The Hangover 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Where they're like, this can't happen twice. It's Weekend at Bernie's 2. It's every horrible sequel where they're like the unbelievable situation that made the first one amazing happened again.
To not know you're pregnant, you have to be so mentally ill or so in denial. Like the brain can actually block out a lot of stuff when you're trying to not
Listen,
believe the
Christina,
truth,
why while you try to womansplain this shit, let the men talk about how you know you're pregnant. Please.
Please.
Jesus.
I mean, I knew
you
nothing
know the mouth
about,
on this
I know,
one.
this fucking broad. Dumb broad.
Ideas, words.
This
Could you imagine not knowing? I mean, you
That's
saw me at the
amazing.
very end. I could barely walk. Like days before you give birth.
You were
can
ready to
barely
pop in
walk.
Vegas at the special.
I was 8 months pregnant.
Yeah, that
when you
You
was
were
shot
8
me.
months.
close.
Yeah.
And you were wearing this whore cowgirl outfit.
Cowgirl. How dare you?
Yeah.
Well, you had the pink.
What was that?
You had the
Pink
pink.
cow-
Oh,
Yeah.
that one. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant my dress that I actually wore. I was like, that was Givenchy. How dare you?
No, not that outfit.
Yes, they
You
put
look
me in.
spectacular in that outfit.
Thank you. They put me in. Yes, it's bachelorette party.
Yeah, you were at a bachelorette party, so you were in like a Bret Michaels sparkly
Yes.
pink cowboy hat.
Yeah, so great.
We were
And
talking
so
about, by the way,
So
sorry,
great.
the people who you see in public on speakerphone. They're like, "Hey, yeah, no, I'm gonna walk in now, but what's that?" And then you're like, "Dude, you're on speakerphone."
Yeah.
and they'll have a full conversation.
Yeah.
and just how we should just have bullet to the back of the head.
Oh,
for
yeah.
all of them.
That's
And-
definitely like I
I
don't.
like that you're on board.
No, I don't
Good,
like.
Finally.
It's weird because there's certain things when. Here's how you know a movie villain is a good villain. When it's wrong what they're doing, but in your head you go, I totally get it.
Right.
I totally understand it.
That's a great point.
So like when Thanos wants to kill half the universe and say, dude, we're fucked up. There's too many people and not all of them are good and we just have to we have to kill half the people. Of course that's wrong.
Right.
But damn it, that I kind of want that to happen.
Does he start with India? Where does he pick? How does he pick people? I'm just saying, how does he pick people? Where does he do
India.
it?
It's random.
Oh.
It's completely random. There's actually an app, and it's stupid. But you just type your name in, and then you hit enter, and then it says you were spared by Thanos or you were killed by Thanos.
Oh.
I was spared. Just saying it.
Lucky.
So yeah, I'd still be here. But
Nice.
yeah.
So he's taking no prisoners though. It could be anybody.
Yeah, anybody.
Wow.
So yeah, that's obviously something that should not happen, and you should fight to make sure that doesn't happen. But at the same time, if you're one of the ones that stays, you're like, wow, there's a lot less traffic.
It's true. That's a
Feels
good
nice.
point.
This is nice.
I saw this. This is my own recording, okay?
Okay.
In Starbucks, where this guy was eating his breakfast
Yeah.
with a coffee, and we're all just trying to get our coffee, enjoy our morning. This motherfucker is on hold with Bank of America, puts it on speakerphone, puts the speakerphone on the table, right? So it's him in the red shirt there. Okay. So we all have to listen to his hold. I don't want to hear that shit, right? Just a total fucking psycho. Anyways, we talked about this.
Those people exist.
Or they watch their videos at full volume or listen to their music at full volume.
Yeah,
Dude.
we went to my wife and I went to a movie, and 3 rows ahead of us, there was a guy like on an iPad, and like no headphones, and like listening to videos while a movie's going on.
While the movie's on?
While the movie's on, not during the previews, just movies on, and he busts out the iPad, like.
No one said anything?
No, my wife threw a quarter at him and
Good
nailed
for her.
him.
No.
Good.
Nailed him.
Wait,
Good
that's
girl.
fucking really risky, right?
Yeah, but at the same time,
What'd he do?
He just got up and like turned around and then sat back down and closed the iPad. It was like
He knew.
That's full
He
fucking
knew.
psycho.
I looked at my wife like I've never loved you more than this moment.
My
right
dad
now.
told me a story about a guy who was at a movie theater near him and put his feet up on the chair.
Yeah,
and then started talking on the phone.
Nope.
So my dad got local, like a sheriff walking around and was like, "There's a guy in there
I would too.
making a problem."
I love
And he
that.
said that the sheriff went in there and fucking knocked the guy's feet
Oh
off
my
of the thing and
God.
was like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Oh, I love
like,
that
wow, that's
so
good.
much.
Sounds like some Florida shit right there.
I was
man.
expecting that to go horribly wrong. Like the sheriff looks at your dad and goes like, "You're crazy. You're going in."
Oh no.
You know, that's awesome. See, like, yeah, that's when I just think, and I literally think that we should develop birth control in a spray, where when you see that,
Great idea.
you should just be like, that can't, and just take
Yeah.
that. Not permanent. It's
Right.
like a 2-week birth control.
I
where
like
it's-
that.
Where it's just like, all right, you
I
know.
say permanent. Why do? Well, I think
Why
there
give
should
them an
be.
opportunity?
I think
Yeah.
there should be an IQ test administered
Well,
before you're
listen to-
allowed to have a child.
listen to what this guy
well, that
said.
takes away the Forrest Gump.
About
Whoops.
this is what this guy said. He goes, "My name is Colin.
Yeah.
I was listening to the bit you guys recently had about people talking on phones and video calls on speaker without earphones in public. I work at Regional Trauma Hospital, and the other night I was working on triage patients in the ER lobby, and there was a middle-aged woman who kept repeatedly using the voice commands on her phone to call people, and then putting the call on speakerphone and loudly talking to them. I have patients coming from motor vehicle accidents, having heart attacks, strokes, all matter of life-threatening problems, and she's loudly screaming into her phone about what kind of spaghetti she's going to have that night. So I can't even hear the person in front of me. These are the worst kinds of people.
Oh
I
my
love you.
God.
Congratulations on the baby. I'm sorry, Tina, but Tommy will always be the water champ. I'm all finished. I'm all done. Time for moose soup. Bye, Hitler's. Colin from Fort Pierce. Oh, that's right
Wow.
down the road from me.
That is that's insane. Like,
Yeah.
if that's the point, like,
Spaghetti. We're gonna have spaghetti tonight. And this guy's like, I have vitals and they're dropping.
Right.
And then you got to hear like, fucking marinara sauce. What's going on, man?
can you imagine if
What a
you're
piece
like
of
on
shit.
the brink of like they're coming to you and like saying like, hey, your husband, do we pull the plug or not?
Right.
Like he's not, and all you hear
sausage and noodles in the background.
I got some oregano. You put oregano. You're just like kill him. Just fucking kill him.
Slice the Parmesan.
Fucking kill him.
Not the powder, not the grated, the slice. And they're like,
The husband will wake
Your
up, be like,
husband.
yeah, kill me.
Yeah, kill me.
Yeah, I don't want to live in that world.
I don't wanna live here
See,
at
like
all.
if I like to back to your Starbucks example, if
This
someone
guy's a piece
if,
of shit.
if someone calls me and I'm in a Starbucks, I'll leave the Starbucks.
Yes. Yeah, that's the correct answer.
I'll leave the Starbucks
Thank
to
you.
take that phone call.
That's right.
Or like just go into my corner or whatever and like I'm so like hypersensitive to like how my shit could ruin someone else's day.
No, but why these people don't? Like, how are
No.
you not? I don't
They're just not
So
not aware of
rude.
it.
It's just they're totally unaware.
Yeah.
of other
Football season
people's
is
face.
approaching.
Oh, no.
We're wondering if
CTE talk.
yeah. We do
Hot CTE talk.
When
we
does
do a
this shit
lot of-
start?
Oh,
When
it's
is it
kind of-
football?
The preseason started.
Yeah.
So
Preseason's already going. 4 weeks. I just finished the man cave in my house. I'm psyched.
You ready?
Yeah. I
We
got 2
are
TVs.
talking about, there's a lot of I'm sayings, and we always keep track of who says I'm saying a lot.
Oh, man.
And here we have Tom Brady in a interview, doing a lot of knows.
Cool.
Okay.
Giselle just walked in. Hi.
Look at that cutie over there.
How has being with her enhanced your life?
Oh, man. Every possible way. It really has. She's just, I couldn't imagine a better partner for me in my life, what I've gone through.
Okay, so.
And you both grew up with siblings.
Fine so
and-
far.
Yeah, she had 5 sisters, and I had 3 sisters.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of women. And, you know, and
Ding.
it's, you know, she comes
Ding.
from a different country, you know,
Ding.
and to move to New York when she was 17, and, you know, we met each
Ding.
other under pretty trying circumstances, you know, like every couple
Ding.
were. You know, we love
Ding.
each other, we support each other, and you know, we're also living our life, and we're trying to find ways to, you know,
Ding.
when she's working and I'm working, and there's a lot of things happening, but how do we always, you know, reconnect with one another?
There's another one in there.
But I believe, you
Oh,
know,
man,
like
I missed it.
I couldn't find
Dang.
a better woman to love me and support me the way she does.
Here's this all cut together.
Shouts out to homeboy Mitch, you know what I'm saying? Slickster, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Mutual homie, good motherfucker right there, you know what I'm saying?
No, here's the.
I'm
super
mad.
cut.
I'm mad about the setup question.
I know.
Where Oprah just goes, "How has she enhanced your life?" Like,
I shit blood every day. Here's the super
Is
cut.
there-
All right.
It's a lot of women. And,
That's a lot of That's a lot.
in one answer.
Yeah.
That's solid. I just hate those, like, when you're giving an interview and those softball questions of, like,
It's the worst.
So is your wife the best woman in the world or in the known universe? So, like, you're like, really?
We get a lot of. Is it just jokes all day with you two? I'm like, yep.
Yes, when the baby's shitting
Yeah.
and on our faces.
Hilarious.
And we can't control it. It's
None of the
just
jokes.
it's just
you guys
jokes.
run a lot of bits by each other? I'm like, yeah, all day, every day.
All
We had
day.
a woman, a nurse, as I was pushing our second child out, and our first, we had a nurse like this, who was like the jokester of the nurse ward.
No.
And she came out of nowhere, and she kept
Nope.
and we were like, and at one point I wanted to be like, could someone get fucking Shecky out of here? Because there's time to joke, and there's
Good
a time.
reference.
And Tom and I were not joking as I was
No.
pushing out our child. Like, it's not a time, dude.
Not at all.
It's annoying.
So
yeah,
annoying.
The worst thing as a comedian is when you, like, because we have the post office by my house has. I went there to mail a package, and then they went, "Hey, do I know you from somewhere?" And you, like,
Yeah,
and,
no.
I'm like, no. And
Yeah, they tell you no.
And they go like, "Oh, you're a comedian. You're a comedian. You're a funny guy." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a comedian." Okay, yeah. And then they go, "Richard, get over here. He's the funny guy in our office. You guys are gonna get along great." I'm like, "This is not a play date. You don't
Yeah.
set us up." And, like, that's the worst when, because then, and it's the worst for the other guy. I feel bad for the other guy because he's, like, probably the funny guy around the office,
Sure.
and it's probably good.
And you have to be like,
and
hey.
yeah, and then I'm the professional funny guy, and now he's under pressure to, like, shit,
Right.
I gotta be funny right now. Like, we're professional comedians, and we don't like it when
That's
someone says be
actually-
funny right now.
That's very nice of you to even think like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's like that's gotta suck for that dude.
Do you have can you weigh in on what you think this means? This is just an image.
Okay.
What is FGT RTD?
All right. Well, first of all, that is Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
With a tiny face and a fat head, which is pretty much how he looks now.
That is pretty much.
That's
but
pretty much.
this just like pretend he's not in it.
It doesn't have anything to do with Steven.
Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with Steven
So
Seagal.
just look at that upper right, and what do you think that means?
Yes.
See, it.
Just go for it.
This is a word that I don't think I'm allowed to say, but I think it's trying to get me to say it.
No, like what's that?
A word for gay people that's kind of derogatory.
I don't see that at all. But
Really?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
That's what you think this is?
the top part.
What about the bottom part?
So it's like get rid of the words I'm not supposed to say.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Does that reveal a lot of hatred in my heart so that I secretly
No,
want
but
to
that's
get-
interesting.
It is like a Rorschach test for.
It is because
people.
different people have different reactions.
Yeah.
To it.
What other reactions have you gotten?
Forget that dick. I mean, no. First good tongue replaces that dick.
First good tongue replaces that day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was it. And then we had.
Oh, that's a T. RTD.
Yeah.
I thought it was RI. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Oh, I see. Yes, I could see that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it would be like F, right?
So there's no answer? Is this
Well,
literally
it says
just...
for great times, rub that dick. That was one. Fat guy. 2.
You're just making these
related
up
to diet. Let's see. For a good time, write to Dean. Fat girl to ride the dick. Fuck gays, then rape the deaf. There's just different.
I mean, that's just the words to live by.
Yeah.
Fuck gays, then rape the deaf.
It's pretty intense.
Hold on, I just got done fucking the gays. What do I do now?
Fuck the
rape the. Okay.
Rape the deaf is probably my favorite interpretation.
Fuck gays, then rape the deaf.
Like there is no right or wrong.
Yeah, there's
it
no
really
right or
is what
wrong.
you see, and you
But
know.
you said get rid of the gays.
Yeah.
That's what you thought.
Yeah, that's
All
what
right.
I saw, and
That's okay.
That's legit.
Hey, that's fine.
That might be Seagal's message. You know?
I can say that
This
I-
was just submitted to us. So.
Sure. So is that something that is that like the new Obama Hope poster?
And that seems like it
Of
is.
Russia, yeah.
Because isn't he the ambassador to
Yes,
Russia?
yes.
No, he's not the ambassador to
Yeah.
Russia. No, he is not. He is a Russian citizen now, and the Kremlin has appointed him special envoy. Like he is, it's a unpaid position to enhance humanitarian relations between the U.S. and Russia. It's not the
All right.
ambassador. But it is
Looks like
hilarious.
he's been
that he's given
enhancing
that-
his relationship to tacos.
It
He's
does.
so fat right now.
He's
It's
super
so
fat,
funny.
and his hair is so dark. It's amazing.
Yeah, he's one of those guys where I'm sure he uses like shoe polish.
Oh,
And, like,
to color in the
Yeah.
colorways, yeah.
I think
Jet
we've
black.
had this woman.
Jet black.
We've played jet
Absurd.
black. This woman has been
Wrong.
played on our show before.
Oh.
This lady here.
What you do with that? What you do with a dick? Suck the dick from the back and make an asshole clap. You ain't never had that.
Yeah, we played her before, but leaning into a car. You remember? You don't remember that?
You little bristle. I suck the dick off the gristle and make your asshole whistle. The
Hey.
Andy Griffin theme song all night
All
long. Make you
right. Wait, but she wasn't sucking a dick through a wire fence. She was saying it.
She was leaning
to
into a car. Yeah,
You're right. This
That's
is the
her.
same whore.
yeah, that's her.
Wow.
That's her.
We
Can
found her
someone
again.
could someone put a beat to that?
Yes, they can. As a matter of fact,
Can someone do
you
that?
just put it out there.
Is
Someone's
there,
gonna.
Is there like a remix to that? Because she was rhyming.
Yeah,
It's coming.
You could drop a sick beat. Yeah, I just said the word sick beat. I'm over 30. And make that one of those
Yeah.
like viral remixes or
Well,
something.
she's known to rap. She's dropped this rhyme before, and
Yeah.
she was leaning into a car. So we've seen this woman do this rhyme. This is the second
Suck
time.
the dick off the gristle,
this her
make you
here?
whistle.
It's good.
Look, it's her.
I got that deep throat scrumptious porno star head where I lick the ass, lick the balls, put that dick weight on my throat, choke on the gag on the catch and swallow that nut. It's the best thing you go.
That's
Now
is it
wait a
her
minute,
or
but
no?
this woman has
It's not her.
teeth. The other woman
Yeah,
didn't
she
have
didn't have
teeth.
I think I felt like the rhythm of it.
Yeah, it's a
sounded,
good hustle.
Yeah.
How you doing? How you doing?
She's got my
I got that
tits.
deep throat scrumptious porno star head where I lick the ass, lick the balls, put that dick weight on my throat, choke on the gag on the catch and swallow that nut. For a hot 60, hot tight just to see every
Hot
vote
60?
100.
You want $60?
That's on the internet. If I meet you on the street, it's 20.
She does mention the asshole here too.
Yeah.
Similar
Doesn't mind
pitch.
licking that ass.
Doesn't mind.
It's awesome. That's what they call a go-getter.
Sure it is. Good for her.
Is that definitely not her?
Maybe this woman has teeth. The other woman didn't have teeth.
You little
yeah.
bristle.
The
Oh, yeah.
different.
Dick off the gristle,
This is
make your
different.
asshole whistle.
sorry.
The Andy
This is
Griffin theme
different,
song
babe.
all night long. I make you whistle.
Okay, but they
Cool.
both have a rhythm
Cool.
to
Yes,
their
yes,
sales.
thank
Yeah,
you. I've seen
I
enough.
mean-
Thanks.
It's a good advertisement.
Yeah, yeah.
It pretty much puts it all out there.
Moving along. Is there
Okay.
another type
Now
of
we-
uplifting thing we can?
No, I like to end on something like that. Brad, thanks for coming
Yeah.
by.
Thank you so much.
You
Kidding
got,
me? This is great.
Oh, what's your podcast?
Oh,
called?
my podcast is the About Last Night podcast. Our guest this week is Steve-O. But yeah, if you
With
go
Adam
back,
Ray?
yeah,
I
with
love
the
Adam
fantastic
Ray.
Adam Ray. We've had Sandra Bullock on. We've had Melissa McCarthy on. We've had Bill Burr, Jim Jeffries. We have not had Tom Segura and Christina P. And that
Hello.
I have been on the show.
you have.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
When were you on our show?
It's been a while, but I've been. a
That
guest
must have been like in our first year or something.
I've been on your show.
Uh-oh.
Were you at our show back at the John Lovitz Club?
No, I went to someone's apartment.
All right, that was Adam's. Fuck, really?
Huh?
Well, Brad's 2 for 2.
Clearly,
Christine and
not a memorable episode, but I did do it.
We've had Tom Segura apparently.
Yes.
Go back and find that episode.
Go back and find it.
I'm gonna go back and find that episode.
No, I had a good time with you guys.
I did too.
we should have Adam on too. He's fantastic.
Much prefer
Yeah.
to have Adam on. Much prefer.
Clearly. He remembers stuff.
He is the
yeah.
better half.
No, you can listen to About Last Night. Make sure you are. You've 2 other specials already, or
Yeah, I have Fun Size and Daddy Issues, which are either on the Showtime Anytime app or now on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime is an easy way to watch it. You
Yeah.
can watch it for free if you have Amazon Prime.
There you go.
Then Degenerate's coming, or whatever it's going to be called, on Netflix soon. And you can see
Thanks
Brad.
for burping through his promotion.
The next specials.
Special. Thank you.
I got a 2001 Chevrolet Suburban, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
His life's work.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? And you can also see Brad. Is the site BradWilliams.com?
BradWilliamsComedy.com for all my tour dates and information.
Any
on
dates
all
coming
that
up?
jazz.
Anything coming up?
When does this come out?
This comes out tomorrow.
All right, so it'll be this weekend. I am at Cap City Comedy Club in Austin, Texas. Then I'm at,
Great one.
Then I'm at the Ontario Improv the following weekend. I'm booked through 2019. So
Ooh.
yeah,
You guys have to go and see Brad. He's very, very funny. And do yourself a
It is
favor. Check him out
live
live.
show. You will laugh a lot. Anyways, this is
and Tom, please come on our podcast.
Oh yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, one of these days, guys.
4-Stroke Gang by Bones McKenzie going to take us out. Thank you again for coming, Brad.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you guys next week.
If you've had any kind of erectile disorder problems, I'm here to tell you, forget that Viagra, forget about Salvage, forget about dick and plants and all that stuff. But if you like to see me smoke cement with a small limp dick, watch it get harder and harder the more I smoke. Now, the harder my dick gets, it's unbelievable. If you want to see it, tell me yes. If you don't, it's okay too, I won't. My brother smoked with me, he put out his dick. I can't believe how big his dick was.
Come on, let me put this on the Drew list. First of all,
4 strokes, eject dog. 4 strokes, eject dog. 4 strokes, eject dog. 4 strokes. This song beat me. 4 strokes. 4 strokes. Beat the shit out. 4 strokes. Rock, rock, rock. 4 strokes. Head from jail. 4 strokes. Rock 50 times. 4 strokes. Almost suck. 4 strokes. Rock, rock, rock. Get the penis out. This song beat me. 4 strokes. Rock 50 times. 4 strokes. Beat the shit out. 4 strokes.
Oh, there's more.
He's fine. He has no neuropathy problems at all. Problems at all.
He's sharing the story.
Yeah. Rock, rock, rock. Yes, fuck.